transmission. Intercepted. For 3 hours. Signal detected. Mike in the night. It's 3 a.m. Screen still glows. Satellites watching below. Red lights blinking on every street. Truth buried 6 feet deep. Paper signed in quiet rooms. Deals made under crescent moons. Digital chains you never see. But something in you wants to break free. They say it's safe. They say it's fine. But why's that camera watching mine? Clock hits free. The veil gets thin. You feel the static on your skin. Baseline truth, all at your fires. No more silence, no more talking. I have spoken. Bank accounts tracked every swipe. Data mined from every type. Algorithm knows your face, predicting every move you make. Borders blur, control expands. Digital cuffs on steady hands, but in the dark the people wake. Feel the system start to shake. Eyes up, wake up, speak up, stand up. They fear the ones who see the play. They fear the ones who won't obey. Woo! 3 a.m., that's when you'll know. The quiet truth begins to grow. Signal cutting through the room. Truth breaking through the blue. Like in the night, no disguise, piercing through the alibis. Midnight message unbroken.
Oh yeah.
The world sleeps.
When the world sleeps,
The real talk starts.
the real talk starts.
When the lights dim, we reveal the parts.
Oh, yeah.
Not red or blue, not left or right, just raw transmission. Mike in the night.
Today is Monday, the 13th of July, 2026. We are 29 weeks into the year, and I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night where you're watching this transmission. Whether you're watching us from your condo in the sky, or your camper, or cabin in the woods, or relaxing on your lazy boy, people of the night, welcome to Mike in the Night. It is 3 a.m. somewhere, and something is moving you. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight, being part of the channel, liking and subscribing. We are on episode 659 on this July 13, 2026. Where are we at, folks? Let's get a barometer reading here on where we're at. I think we are at season 36, episode 4 of Mike in the Night. Wow, it's been that long, folks, and it's been a great journey here with you guys. And I got people messaging me here and saying hi to me. And sorry, it just threw me for a curveball, because my daughter is messaging me, and that normally doesn't happen on the live stream, but she's messaging me. I guess she's tuned into Mike in the Night tonight, and we're set for a really good show here tonight, and pretty excited here for tonight. Okay, guys. So let's go over the channel rules here, or whatever, or the guys. You're tuned into episode 659 of Mike in the Night, when reality overtakes the narrative. And guys, if you want to join our email list and not miss an episode or an emergency episode or a episode of Mike in the Night, and you like the show enough, just email me directly, and I would go ahead and add you to our mail list in case you just don't want to miss an episode. And don't forget, guys, viewer discretion is advised, 21 and older. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Fact check and do your own research. 18 U.S. Code, Section 2257 for Mike in the Night. And yeah, so any of the guests that come on generally don't reflect what our views or points of views are, and that kind of stuff. So that's just what covers 225, what's 2257 section U.S. Code. So there it is right there, folks. Oh yeah, I'm pretty excited for tonight's show. If Mike's prediction of USA-China war on Canadian soil, would Hong Kong be the future Canada? Well, what's going to happen? Let me tell you I've told you this a billion times. We'll say it again. China has too much to lose in Canada. China has way too much to lose in Canada. China has our mines, our lithium-ion mines, our gold mines, our biggest coal mine. They own a lot in Canada, and they've also owned $2.4 to $2.6 trillion of our real estate. That most of it's left empty. Now, China's not going to give that up. They'll fight for it, and if America, which we were telling you guys 4 months ago, that America is going to come and start auditing the farmland that Chinese own, especially the farmland that borders the American border. And we said this years ago, but it's going to happen now. America is going to look at the farmland very closely and say, why are there communists owning farmland like Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the governor of Arkansas? CCP, get off our land. What are you doing here? Why are you here? Why are we dealing with communists? Right? I was talking to somebody earlier, and I was telling him the same thing. Oh, they're going to get rid of this. They're going to get rid of all these problems in Canada. They're going to deport everybody. And I'm like, that's fine. But if you don't go after the core problem, Canada will never change. Canada will always become what it's been the last since 2010. If you don't go after if we don't take that dirty Chinese money that's planted in our country, they invested it. It's invested in our country. No, they didn't invest fuck all in this country. They took the money. They knew it was dirty, and they parked it here. And they know that. They know they parked the money here. That's the problem we're facing here in Canada. They'll never go after the Chinese. They'll go after everybody else. Heck, they'll go after the Portuguese again and deport more. But they'll never touch the Chinese. There's too much money on the table. Now what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Well, China's got too much to lose. U.S. steps in and says, you know what? The security risk, like we've been saying to Americans for so many years, wake up, America. Canada's your threat, not Iraq. That's how long we've been saying it. Since the Iraq War, we've been saying, America, look at Canada. Look at Canada. Now, people are waking up. People are starting to notice what's going on. China's got too much to lose in Canada. And it's there. We're here. That's where we are. And I believe that China will... It doesn't take much for China to bring in some troops or even arm a lot of the liberals and boomers here and a lot of the Chinese here in Canada and get them fighting against... It doesn't take much. Believe me, logistically, this could be done quick. America, all they have to do is bring troops to the north, and that's it. Well, we got full-blown, street-by-street fighting. We got full-blown... That's what's happening. That's where we're at. I don't know what to tell you guys anymore, but it's going to get hot here. And they are going to, it's going to get bad. China's got too much to lose in Canada, man. They got trillions of dollars here. And America doesn't like it. And I don't like it. Well, why do I want communists? And then our one-bedroom apartments, $600, $800, $1 million. $800,000, $1 million for a one bedroom. And then you go down to San Diego, or, you know, not in the blue states, the red states. You could go down to Florida, Texas. You could buy a condo for 40 grand, 30 grand. Right? Oh, but look at the strata on the condo, Mike. Look at the strata on the condo in Canada, $2,000 a month. I know there's someone that's paying $1,600 for strata in Canada for one bedroom. That's where we're at now. This dirty money from China, and that's why they'll never go after the core. They'll never go after China. They'll never touch China. Canada will never touch China. No matter what. No matter how much destruction it's caused in our country. Now you can't afford to buy food. That's where you are now. So, anyways. Someone's talking about CID, Controlled Information Distribution, folks. We made that up. It doesn't even exist. CID is, we made that up. We just made it up because why are these influencers talking about stuff that we've been talking about 10 years ago, now talking about it today, and it matters? That's controlled information distribution. We were warning you 10 years, 15 years about something, and then everyone ignored us, and then now it happens, and then now everybody is talking about it now, but the problem could have been solved 10, 15 years ago, like the problem in Australia they're having right now. So, yeah, the big problem in Australia they're having, let me take these glasses off. The big problem they're having in Australia, all controlled information distribution. Anyways, I'm getting too much light coming in this room. It is Mike in the night. It is night. It is night in other places. It's still sunny here, but it is Mike in the night. All right. Okay, let's rock and rollo here. Let me just send a shout out. Hey, I want to send a shout out to a Jesse on a bike. Now I want to send a shout out to Jesse because my wife went to Vancouver for business. Okay? And she's walking down the street with my daughter on her way to go where she's going, and a bike is coming. So she moves out of the way and goes on the grass so she's not, just get out of the way of the bike. And then the bike stops behind her. And then the guy on the bike says, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. And this gentleman recognized my wife from a YouTube video we made, who knows when. And he said he's been following us since we were living in Vancouver and following my videos then in 2012, 2013. And following us then and talking about politics, money laundering, economy, food prices, oil, all that stuff. And he says, yeah, I've been following your husband for years and blah, blah, blah. And basically said, we tell the truth, and it's about telling the truth. There's not a lot of people that tell the truth. And apparently he has a YouTube channel. I've been trying to look for it, but maybe my wife would give me better info when I see her. But yeah, his name is Jesse, and I want to send out a special shout out to Jesse. Thanks, Jesse, for that. And then we got our friends watching from Cebu. Thank you for tuning in from all over the world, Mike in the night. And okay, so let's get into some headlines. Oh, let's go into a quick channel plug. It doesn't take much for a channel plug here on this channel. And channel plug. All right, guys, if you guys want to support us, you want to buy a coffee, buy me a coffee. It doesn't matter if you don't. It doesn't. We don't get paid to be here. We don't get paid to be on social media. There it is right there. Boom. If you want to buy your boy a coffee. And I added a new playlist here for you guys on the YouTube channel. I want to show you guys. So the Mike in the Night's still up top if you want to watch the old episodes. But if you want to go down, let's look at Portugal, Philippines Adventures, 7K Filipino home, our $7,000 home we built in the Philippines. And right here, let's turn the stinky dump into a fun game store in Merritt, BC. This is my first game store in Merritt, BC that I opened. Now, if you guys want to watch these videos, I found I'm cleaning up the videos and cleaning up the tags. There's my little Giulietta there. There's my old car. Well, I still have that car. But there's the place that I moved into first when I opened my first store in Merritt. And in this video series, I show you how I take this place and transform it into something else. So here it is, folks, if you guys want to watch it. It's called Let's Turn the Stinky Dump into a Fun Game Store in Merritt, BC, Canada. So the whole family's pitching in here. It's really good video series. So I'm cleaning up the episodes as we move along. Okay, guys, mikeofthenight.org takes you to all the episodes of Mike in the Night. Well, most of the episodes. I'm still transferring more over. I found 12 episodes of Mike in the Night in the 200s. So I'm going to put them up here for you guys. What else? Facebook, guys, we got... Let me refresh this. Maybe they just took us down. We got verified on Facebook, guys, after 12 years. So what happened on Facebook was I applied in 2017 to be verified, and they replied to me, they said that I was not credible. So it took from 2017 to 2026 for them to verify my page. From 2017 to 2026. Wow. And Instagram is on fire too. We're growing there nicely on Instagram. It's been very nice on there. It's all wide open again. We're allowed to speak freely. We weren't allowed to speak freely for years, but we are allowed to speak freely. And if you want to buy some swag, we don't sell any of this stuff. No one buys any of my stuff, but that's okay. But if you want to buy some swag, go ahead and do that there. And we are on X, guys, because we got permanently kicked off of TikTok. So I still get emails from people from TikTok all over the place, and I keep telling them, sorry, we are no longer on TikTok. The Chinese communists don't want us on there. So, and now we are on X again. So we are on X. We just passed 1,000 followers. Thank you for that, folks. We just, I got this screenshot here from a YouTube comment. A few years ago, I thought you were kind of crazy, but now I'm realizing you were just ahead of the curve. And I saw the pivot where the government and the elites are increasingly turning against their people. It's a lot more obvious now. And then I replied to say, I was hoping I was wrong, but unfortunately, we are just getting started. Get right with God, love your family. And yeah, there you go. So there it is on X, guys, if you guys want to join us. And TikTok is gone, guys. I'm really, really sorry about TikTok. No one freak out, but that's just what TikTok is, right? So, all right. So we're going to open lines in a bit. We're going to do some headlines, and then we'll get your calls in and find out what's going on. I got my kids. I'm sorry, guys, but my kids are in the live chat there on the YouTube. They're just trying to push up the algorithm there. But, yeah, they're trying to push up the algorithm there. So we are on Kick, folks. I think, yeah, Rumble's working. I'm just going here. Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube tonight. Yeah. All right. Let's get into some headlines, folks. We got lots to cover here on Mike in the Night. And I'm just going to wet my beak here. Very thirsty. Okay. We got to get to the headlines here. We got lots of headlines to cover here tonight on Mike in the Night. I'm just trying to see. Oh, there it is. All right, guys, we are heading over to Canada. Ontario consumer insolvencies hit the highest levels since the financial crisis. So Canada didn't really see a financial crisis in 2007 and 2008. We told you that for many years. Canada really didn't see a correction. Canada in 2010, well, 2008, we started seeing a bit of a correction. But then Canada got smart. Bring in the Chinese money. Bring in the Chinese money. Because then we'll have the one bedrooms, instead of being 70, 80,000, we'll get them to $1 million for a one bedroom. Bring in the Chinese money. And that's what Canada did. So we really never got a correction here in Canada like the States. The States got a 60% correction. It wasn't a full correction. It wasn't a full correction. It was a 60% correction in the States. Canada, Australia, they call it the GFC. Only saw 20% correction, maybe 15 in some areas. So it goes on to say here, Canadian consumer insolvencies are rising fast, but nowhere are they rising quite like Ontario? So Ontario Superintendent of Bankruptcy Canada filings rose in May. They're rising so fast that Ontario just saw its second highest number of May filings on record, only behind the 2009 global financial GFC, global financial crisis. So there's the insolvencies right there. And it's going to go. It's right there. It's already second right now to 2007, and it's going to get worse, folks, because now we're playing a different game in Canada. You see, the first correction or GFC or whatever the hell they're calling it was with Canadian earned money. Now, this one is with Chinese dirty money propping up the economy. So it's not even a real economy. Your $800,000 one bedroom or $1 million one bedroom in Vancouver is going to go where it belongs, back to $50,000, $60,000. Canadians, a lot of Canadians are going to get hurt. A lot of Canadians. And Canadian manufacturers are moving south as Mark Carney fails to deliver on trade. Mark Carney was put in place, and we told you on November 2022, a man named Mark Carney, the video's up, a man named Mark Carney is coming to protect Chinese communist interests. He's not here, and I told you guys about the fake fentanyl busts that were going to happen. Everyone laughed at me and called me fat. I'm like, wait a minute, they're going to stage fake fentanyl busts. Believe me, it's going to happen. Oh, you're just fat. And then 5 months later, they staged fake fentanyl busts, and one janitor went to jail, and he's out of jail already. So you see where I'm going with this, right? Okay. So Canadian manufacturers moving south. So Canada's finished. Canada's lost its manpower, lost everything. A new KPMG survey shows businesses are scaling back investment and shifting production to the United States as Ottawa remains without a trade deal and Canada's manufacturing sector sheds jobs. Well, yeah, it's always going to... As Mark Carney continues to claim that no deal is better than a bad deal. No, that actually is Donald Trump saying. That is Donald Trump saying. Sometimes when you don't make a deal, it's some of the best deals you made are the ones you don't make. So Mark Carney continues to claim. So Mark Carney continues to claim that no deal is better than a bad deal, and increasing the number of Canadian firms are looking to move manufactured production south. Carney was elected on a promise to secure trade deal with Donald Trump, yet 16 months later, there is still no deal to sign. He is here to stall. This man is here. This guy is here to protect Chinese communist interests in the trillions of dollars the Chinese have in Canada. That's what his job is. And we warned you guys in November 2022, right? So let's move on here. And former public servant accused in foreign interference case involving China. So this is what bothers me. Dennis Liu, retired from National Resource Canada, charged with the breach of trust, unauthorized use of a computer, and blah, blah, blah. And basically working, a former federal scientist in an alleged foreign interference case is accused of copying more than 2,000 documents of a shared departmental server to share with China. His lifelong career was nearing its end, the CBC News has learned. So this is what bothers me. Are you telling me there isn't a single Canadian person in Canada that wanted this guy's job? What's he doing in Canada? Like, I don't understand. Then, of course, they're going to obviously go to their superiors in China and betray the Canadian people. But you see what I'm trying to tell you guys? Oh, like, you're just racist. No. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Now, who knows what this guy... I mean, the article will probably give you a little bit of insight, but... China is so interwoven with Canada that I keep telling Americans, America, wake up, man. This is really bad. Right? This is really, 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 really bad. But nobody cares. But it's going to get to a point where lives are going to be lost. It's going to get really bad. It's going to get really, really, really bad. Because we're pushing towards that. So, this is what I'm not understanding. The other day, what was it? When I was at the airport a while back. A Chinese lady walking with an AK-47 in a security uniform, and a guy with a turban with a sidearm beside him in a Canadian airport. Are you telling me of all the homeless people, Canadians outside, nobody wants to work in security? They can't. They don't get hired. They don't get hired, the Canadians. So something is happening in this country. Something is happening in Canada. And it's a big one. And America needs to wake up now. Hey, Glenn. Glenn's in the thing. We covered Chrystia Freeland. Someone's talk about laundry machine Freeland. We covered Chrystia. We broke the story that she went over there to launder money for the Canadian money laundering in the Ukraine to make sure it hits back all the right accounts. It's all money layering. We covered this already. We know. Canada's, you're finished. You're done. Game over. It's a beautiful country. It's nice. It's clean. Well, it's clean for now. And I live in the rural areas, right? So it's clean for me. But we sold out. And we're paying for it. We're going to pay for it? Oh boy, are we ever going to pay for it. So here it is. Here it is. Let's go over here. So Trump says he will become the guardian of the Strait of Hormuz and collect tolls. Iran rejects any U.S. control over the strait as both sides trade attacks in major threat in negotiations to end their war. Now, somebody messaged me the other day and they watched my video. There will be conflict in the Strait of Hormuz in the next couple of days or next couple of weeks. It was a prediction video. They watched that video like, holy shit. They messaged me like, fuck, I saw the timestamp on that video, Mike. You were right. It's happening. Like, is it going to play out like you said? Well, yeah, it's going to have to play out like I said, right? So Trump says the U.S. will become the guardian. So who did this first? The Portuguese. The Portuguese were the first to go into the Strait of Hormuz. Not the first to discover the Strait of Hormuz. The first to go there and collect a toll system was the Portuguese. I think it was in the late to mid 1500s. The Portuguese created a toll system in the Strait of Hormuz to let ships through and bypass and make or get through or whatever, charging them a toll. It was the Portuguese did that for like 140 or 150 years. And now America wants to jump in and do the same thing. Oil prices rise as Trump vows to reinstate Hormuz Strait blockade, charge 20% on all cargo shipped. And then if we move over to here, Iran will never allow the U.S. to interfere in Hormuz, warns Central Military Command. So America is saying, no, you're not going to be, no. So we're getting two sides of the story here. And Iran's highest operational command unit said the Islamic Republic will never allow the United States to interfere in management of the Strait of Hormuz following repeated warnings to Washington. So there it is right there. Now, Trump administration cracks down on banks lending to illegal aliens. And yeah, why would an illegal have access to credit in a country they're illegally in? Why? So yeah, no, don't give money to illegals. Remember we covered on the channel, I could look up the video if you guys want to see it, where Chinese students were coming in 2015, 16, 17, 18. They were coming in and racking up credit cards and then going back to China and not paying back any of their credit card bills. We covered that. That was going on for years. So they rack up the bills and they go back to their country and they don't pay it back. So Iran attacks U.S. bases in 4 countries after U.S. airstrikes. So this is from 2.5 hours ago. U.S. airstrikes on Iran and Iran's retaliatory strikes. Iran's army launched massive barrage of kamikaze drones targeting a Patriot missile system in Kuwait, a satellite antenna in Qatar, and fuel deposits in Barham, according to Press TV. The IRGC later announced the second wave using 10 ballistic missiles against the U.S. bases in Jordan, including what it's called the Enemy's Command and Control Center of the Al-Zarqa Air Base. So, and regional reactions after the aftermath, and the conclusion is the recent exchanges highlight the fragility of the ceasefire at the potential for border conflict. And the U.S. and Iran remain at odds, with both sides showing a willingness to strike military targets in multiple countries. The situation continues to evolve with further escalation possible. So there it is right there. And let's move on here. And false flag alert. Israel informs U.S. of alleged Iranian plot to assassinate Trump. So Israeli intelligence agents have laid the groundwork to assassinate the President of the United States, embarking upon a foreign influence operation to convince the public that Iran has placed Trump as their number one target. So there it is right there in the news. Have Americans learned nothing? This info is coming from the Israelis. So there's a lot of back talk on this. So we'll keep you guys informed on this as it develops. If there's something, because we did a prediction that something was going to happen to Trump. They're going to take a shot at him. But we were 1 month off on our prediction. We were 1 month too early on our prediction. We predicted it a year before, and then after the date came, and no shot was taken at him, and it was the month after the shot was taken after. So we were wrong on our prediction with our timing, but something's coming down the pipeline. And you know the model for this channel is we've been predicting things and trying to connect the dots here on this channel. So not hearing anything about the machete attack by the newcomer in Victoria, BC on the bikini wearing ladies. I don't know anything. Silver and 7K whatever one. Can you just put a link in the description there for what I'm not sure what you're talking about. Yeah, USA isn't even talking anymore in Iran. It's all theater. Yeah, it's all bullshit. It's all, like we told you guys back in, what was it, October of last year. Buy oil, we're going to war. Athabasca, Baytex, and Crescent Point Oil, if you live in Canada. I said, buy those 3 stocks. And everyone's, oh, we're not going to war, by bullshit. There we are, folks. Dino Bravo's calling a fake assassinations coming. Yeah, fake assassination. That's what Dino Bravo is saying here. All right. Let's move it along. Oh, there's a little bit of Europe here. There's a bit of Europe here we got. We got a bit of Europe. What else do we got here? Let's see what I got lined up for you guys here tonight on Mike of the Night. The most underground show. People are finding this show now, and it's like, why am I finding this now? I've been all over the internet, and I've never found, like, well, it's just what it is. It's just we've been censored for so long that it's got to a point where people finding us now is like, where the hell did this guy come from? And we get that a lot. I get that every day now. I get that every day. All right, let's get that ready for later. All right, let's skim through Europe. EU chief weighs on age restrictions for children using social media. And this European Union official that nobody voted for is telling people what they need to do. This is the problem with Europe and why it's dangerous, why it's become a dangerous area. Because they have unelected people that are all selected into positions of power that no one's ever heard of. And should native Europeans root for French national football team? Well, none of them are French. That's the problem. And that's something that's been circulating. At least with the Portuguese national team, they got a guy, Pepe's from Brazil. They got some other guy from Cape Verde. They got people from Angola, like different countries over the years that come and they play for Portugal. But at least they speak Portuguese. At least they have roots there, or some family or something, or well, at least they're part of the culture. They eat the same food. They're all Catholic. It's the same. You know what I mean? So someone saying Houthis versus Saudis on the Facebook. Mike, been here for years. Most of what you predicted came true. Says I don't want to say his name live, but it's live. It's live. You can see there. I sometimes when people use their real names, I don't want to really use their real name on the show unless they have like games and videos and Memonism and Silver EN, like code names and stuff. But thank you for having my back. So there it is right there, France. And Reform UK banned. So what is Reform UK? Reform UK is another party that's trying to reform the United Kingdom. And they were banned from a village festival despite booking an exhibition stall. So there's Reform UK. They got an exhibition stall. They're allowed to be there. They're going to promote their party. But you know what? They were banned. They weren't even allowed on the property. And they weren't allowed to pitch their political views because they want to reform the country and give it back to the people, right? Give it back. So Reform UK was kicked out of their stall, regardless. Community events that treat everyone fairly, regardless of political affiliation. That's how it works, right? The whites build the system and the infrastructure, and then a portion of the whites get brainwashed and then start using it against their own people, right? And then they start hiring outsiders to come and work and this and be part of, and then your country just goes to hell because you're not your country anymore, right? Your country make up your people make up your country, right? If I go to Italy, I want to see Italian people. I don't want to go to Italy to go see Ethiopians and Pakistanis and Chinese. I want to go there and see Indian people. If I go to China, I want to see Chinese people. I want to see Chinese culture. I want to see Chinese, the myth of the mystery of the dragon. That's what makes these countries up. Mexico is Mexican because the people that live in Mexico are Mexican. That's their land. And when I go to Mexico, I expect to see Mexican culture, Mexican music, Mexican women, Mexican food. That's what it's about, right? Someone's saying replacement theory in the comments. Oh, an elderly lady, rest in peace, was run over in Yorkville 2 days ago with a dump truck from a foreign driver. Yep. Good evening, Doreen. Thank you for being here. Thank you, BG. Jake Fallen. It's population replacement is what it is. Right? So when people come, so I go to Mexico to see Mexican people. Mexican food, Mexican women, Mexican music, Mexican culture, Mexican pride. But then when people come to Canada, the Europeans are gone now. The people that built the country are gone. The people that fought for the country are dying off or getting made. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense at all, right? And this is what I'm talking about. Watch this. Watch this. Austria, 12-year-old Syrian stabs 3 teens over honor dispute. Released without charges. So, a 12-year-old Syrian stabs 3 teens over honor. Released without charges. What does that mean? The bullshit Syrian culture is going to Austria. You see, Austrian people don't have honor kills and stab 3 people and then get released. If an Austrian man in Austria stabbed 3 teens, he'd go to prison for the rest of his life. Forever. But because it's a Syrian, you see, this is the problem. Because it's a Syrian that's doing it, we got a problem here. This is a major problem. Because they're honoring their culture in Austria. I hope I'm making sense here. Because everyone's calling me a racist. I'm like, oh. Sure. I'm a Portuguese living in Canada. I'm a racist. I don't know. It doesn't make no sense. Glenn is asking, where did all the lumberjacks go? Where did I don't know, man. So someone's saying here in the comments, one Indian told me once that the family member got his real estate license because another Indian took a test for him. No one could read in their names and gets all them confused. Interesting. Replacement population theory is, we had the Kalargi theory on the channel a billion times with Eduardo. If you guys know Eduardo, he's been on the show multiple times with this, okay? So, replacement population theory in order to fuel the demographics to continue banking economic debt enslavement. Yes. Bank needs population growth at all costs. Exactly. And that's why I've been telling you guys for the last 15 years that the Earth's population isn't what it is. They're lying to you. China's been lying to you all these years about their population. There's 400 million people in China and 200 million of them are over 60. And I was saying that 10, 15 years ago, going over my history books that were published 200-300 years ago. Everything's total bullshit today. They're lying to you, right? I think India has 200 million people. I'm willing to bet whatever you want, 200 million. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm willing to bet that more people speak Portuguese in the world than they speak Chinese. I'm willing to bet whatever you guys want. And I want numbers, though. And you guys will see. You start counting every head. And you start to say, oh, wait a minute. This is not adding up. It doesn't. And it never will add up. Because they'll always lie to you. All right. That's done with that epilogue. Goodbye. And we're almost done headlines already. Look at that, eh? All right, so let's go into here. Putin vows overwhelmingly response to Ukrainian attacks. So Kiev has stopped. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Kiev has stopped drone strikes on Russia energy infrastructure and civilian targets amid continued setback on the battlefield. So Putin has warned that the Ukrainian strikes on Russian territory will be met with significant, stronger retaliation. Putin made remarks on Monday while addressing All for Victory forum organized by All Russian People's Front, and he discussed the Ukraine conflict and Moscow's response to Western backing for Kiev. And Berlin to buy 50,000 attack drones for Kiev. So Germany is buying attack drones to continue the attacks on Russia. And Russian and Chinese warships hold joint military drills. And Russia and China are side by side, saber rattling their weapons. And there it is right there. There's videos of it. There it is right there. And this is a very interesting one, guys, I want to bring up. I want to bring this one up because South Korea's fake news law puts a price on online speech. Washington calls it censorship, the opposition calls it a gag law, and the ruling party calls it protection. Well, watch this. South Korea now fines you for being wrong online, and the state reserves the right to decide what wrong means. Now, here's my problem. I get people message me on a daily basis telling me, Mike, I can't find anything you're talking about on AI and on Google. I can't find anything you're talking about. Keep in mind, folks, if I'm telling you something and you can't find out about it or you find no existence of it, it doesn't mean it didn't happen, and it doesn't mean it's going to happen, right? It doesn't mean, you get what I'm saying. Just because you can't find any existence of it, it doesn't mean what I'm telling you didn't happen, right? So here's my thing. I reference history books to try and understand numbers and make up what's happening today. We go to our history, we could see our future. So I was looking at this a history book that was published, I think it was in 1694. It was in Latin. And I bought it in a bookstore in Portugal. And it's talking about the population of China. So I made a video about that population of China a few years back, talking about that. There's no way, it's virtually impossible for China to have even 500 million people. It doesn't add up. So with that book, we were going over the different dynasties in China. It was discussing its population was maybe 1.8 to 8 million at the most. And they were being stricken with famines and civil wars and dynasty wars between emperors. How the hell could they have a bill? So you can't find that information I'm talking about. So I make a video about it I show you in a book from 300 years ago that this is what they're saying, this law that they're putting in could say, well, you're wrong, because we can't find it on the internet and we can't find it on AI. I get so many people message me on a weekly basis saying, Mike, I can't find anything about the deportation of Portuguese in Canada. All the articles from the Toronto Sun, the Sunday Sun, in the area in 2006, 7, and 8, all the articles have been taken down. When I first got on AI, I asked about the Portuguese deportations. The first thing, it brought up slews of all the high schools where they held the children back that spoke Portuguese in Toronto and the GTA. It gave me vehicle road blitzes in areas where the vehicle road blitzes where they were pulling over cars, and all the high schools that held back all the children that spoke Portuguese. The Portuguese festivals that Portuguese were having festivals in Toronto. The police and the immigration would be there to grab Portuguese. Portuguese came on a path to citizenship in 2000. In 2006, they just wanted them all gone. No more path to citizenship. And I think it was 701 children that were born in Canada were deported back to Portugal. And you can't find anything on this anymore. So when I talk about they shut down Dufferin Mall, a mall on Dufferin and Dupont, they shut down a whole mall. Nobody could get in and out of the mall unless they could prove they weren't Portuguese. And they were deporting scores of families. And that made front pages everywhere. Now today, I can't find a single thing about it. I can't find anything of anything ever happening. Everywhere online. Nowhere. But then people in the chat or in the comments say, that happened. I was there. That happened to my friend. That happened to my cousin. They were pulling people over. They were holding people back. They were doing this for 2006, 7, and 8. But we can't find no information. So I make a video about this, talking about deportations and this and that of the Portuguese. This new this new law could land me a fine because they can't find any existence of what I'm talking about. But it doesn't mean it didn't happen, though. And this is the digital book burning we've been warning you guys about. The digital book burning is real, folks. And now they're going to fine you for history. That's why I collect history books that were published 200, 300, 400 years ago to try and make sense of what's happening in our future. Right? And that's what's been happening. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing things change right in front of me. And people erasing things. I remember things. Oh, you're going into the Mandela effect. Like, no. I'm talking, I remember things. Certain things that happened. Go back in your mind. Go look at, remember something, a big event. Try and find headlines on it. You won't find it. Everything's disappearing. They want to reset the narrative. This is why Stats Canada for the weather information, that's why they've been trying, or they've erased the last 100 years of weather data to make you believe that fire season is real. Oh, fire season is totally real. It's been happening for over 100. No, it hasn't. It just started with arsonists 3-4 years ago because people refused to believe in climate change. And it's happening, folks. It's real. And they're going to find ways in Canada. Mark my words. They're going to find ways in Canada and the United States or places like where you start bringing up something and you can't find nothing about it. They'll put you in jail for it. But it happened. Well, we don't care what you think happened. But it happened. It made front pages. It's gone. It's all digitally erased. So the Russian browser Yandex, it has information that you can't find in North America. Interesting. To use AI, you have to pry out information by blending ideas together. Take some time of finding the backdoor to facts. Yeah, global warming is bullshit. Climate change is bullshit. You don't want to believe in it? We'll burn you down. I really think it's always real. It's always real taking our history away. They can mess with our stuff like nobody's business. Technology and steal money. It's a big trick, weather manipulation. Yep. We did a Weather Wars manipulation. We had that caller in from Australia. The one guy that was flying and spraying. He showed us pictures of his plane with the bottles on the side to eject chemicals. And I'm like, what are you spraying? DDT crops? No, it's just spraying over cities. It's weird. But yeah. Anyways, okay, let's keep going here. Fake laws. And gold is getting its ass kicked. Gold prices loses its grip. World's 50 biggest mining companies shed $228 billion in Q2. And gold slid back $4,000 an ounce and wipes out most of mining's 2026 gains. But the old guard of diversified giants led the resurgence. The BHP is staging a comeback. So there it is. Lithium is always a great doing good. Zinc, copper is going up still, up 6.8%, and uranium is up 4.2%. Nickel is down in the pits. Gold is down in the pits. Iron ore is in the pits. Silver is down huge. It's down to 59.63 an ounce. Platinum's at down 21 points, and palladium is down 22.5 points at $1,261 an ounce. Woo! What else we got? Stock markets. Oh, yeah. So someone's saying, I'll burn down too because we're a global corporation, non-corporation. Don't allow this shit playing with shit. So we're all part of the shit. We all get the shit. Rusty Behemoth Hammer saying is going to buy more silver. All right, who else is here tonight on Mike of the Night? We're going to open up our Instagram in a bit, guys. We're going to open up our Instagram for you guys to call in. We take calls on Instagram, and it works fine. All right, let's rock and roll here and go into... Oh, I love my favorite segment of the show. I really love it. All right, guys, let's go to Forbidden News for Canadians, guys. We're here for Forbidden News for Canadians, and this Portuguese gentleman here, I follow him, Alfonso. He basically was singing the Portuguese national anthem the other day and got arrested in Portugal for singing the national anthem. He did a live stream this morning. I tuned into a bit of it, and he's here at some, I think it's a women's rally of sorts, and he's here, and they're telling him they're kicking him out. This is in Portugal. And even the Portuguese police are obviously on the side, and yeah, there's just it's gonna the Europeans are gonna take their country back. They always do. They always have. History will repeat itself. And guys, don't forget the Templar Festa Templaria has been going over 1,000 years now in Portugal. The Templar Festival is going on in Portugal, so if you guys want to check it out, it's happening all this week. Lots of good food. And lots of Templar ceremonies, lots of masses, and lots of devotion to Military Order of Christ. So Swiss driver collides with pro-Hamas protester on the road. Again, I don't even know why they bring in these migrants from different countries so they can start ripping apart your country. Like, you're in Switzerland, just be Swedish, man. Be Swiss, no, Sweden, Switzerland. Just be Swede. Just be part of the country. Be part of the fabric. Be part of the people, man. You go there and we're gonna protest this. We're gonna show for what, man? Enjoy what you got there, man. You got a good country, man. New Zealand is not India. Yes. So New Zealand was playing the game like Canada and Canada and Australia to bring in 5-6 million Indians. New Zealand only brought in, I think, 100,000 Indians or 200,000 Indians. But the problem we're having is these Indians were brought into New Zealand to try and fix the New Zealand housing crisis started by Chinese money laundering. Same thing with Canada. 2010 laundered trillions of dollars to our real estate, and they brought in 4 or 5 million Indians into Canada to try and fix the housing crisis. And the same thing they did in Australia. They brought in 2-3 million Indians to try and fix the housing crisis because these English-speaking countries built their economies off selling real estate to China. China is out of money. China is having a population crisis, and capital flows are damaging the country. So New Zealand is not India. I want to go to New Zealand and see Kiwis. I want to see New Zealand people. I want to see the Aboriginals there. I want to see New Zealand culture and food. I don't want to go there and see people from India. Like, what for? Stupid, absolute stupidity. And Open Bible found in Venezuela earthquake rumble inspires hope. And it's open to that page, and they're reading it here.
A veces que su tiempo es ya cumplido, que su pecado es perdonado, que doble ha recibido de la mano de Jehová.
And we told you guys that the day of that Venezuela earthquake, something was unleashed, something unheavenly, something demonic was unleashed on the earth that day. Mark my words, I've been saying this now for a while. That day, that earthquake happened, something was unleashed on the earth. And everyone's making fun of me. And Nossa Senhora de Fatima procession in Fatima. I was there a few years ago, watched my Portugal. Really, really, really powerful. Really, really powerful. And really nice. When I went there, I went on the height of the... This is just they do every month, but I went on the height of it. There was 250,000 people. And you can see it in our videos. So good thing here. Good. We got good stuff and bad stuff on the Forbidden News for Canadians. They won't show this in Canada. They won't show this in the news in Canada. Right? That's everyone's going back to God. Everyone's going back to Jesus. Everyone's going back to God. Everybody. And 4 people, including 2 children, killed by a massive gas station explosion in Russia. Look at that, folks. Look at that tank. It's just ripping apart. Holy smokes. It's just burning that fuel in there. Look at that. Wow. One of New York City's oldest Italian traditions. Since 1887. And then the mayor of New York is trying to say, oh, Italians this, Italians that. We're not going to identify... They built the country. Mafangulo. They built New York. Yes, the Dutch and Germans were there first. Yeah, they were there first. But I'm talking about the Italians and the Irish came there and built the country. And we warned you about this Muslim mayor. We warned you about this guy. We said this guy's going to come in. This guy's going to... No one voted for this guy. And then this guy put his hand on a Quran to swear into mayoral of New York. And that piece of garbage didn't even go to the inauguration of the Cardinal in New York. The New York of Cardinal. He didn't even go to the inauguration that's been going on for hundreds of years, that built this city and built New York and ran New York for years. Yeah. And a massive cover launches into the air in Edmonton, Alberta. Why am I showing you this video? Because the infrastructure in Canada is going to crumble real fast, boy. Because the Canadians didn't do the timing right of getting rid of the Europeans and getting rid of the white people that built this sewer system. Now it's going to fail. Who's going to fix it? Huh? Who's going to fix it? Oh, we got lots of repair people in Canada. Here, watch this. Here's your repair people in Canada. If you didn't build it and you didn't engineer it and fix it and sustain it and maintain it and you weren't involved with it, you have no idea how to fix these problems. It's going to get worse. And China is now bracing for Typhoon Bavi. Just 10 days after the typhoon. Look at that. Wrath of God. Look at those blackened skies. Oof. Wrath of God. Look at all those empty condo towers. Holy shit. And shame on Portugal. Patriots detained for singing the Portuguese national anthem. There he is getting arrested. He's got the Templar cross on his shirt. I have it here on the bottom of my my screen here. You can see it on the regular Mike of the Night. You could, my Mike of the Night page, the Templar cross. So there it is right there. Singing the national anthem for Portugal and getting arrested. This is Portugal's going to take it back. Every country takes it back. You bring in people that don't want to be part of the country. Look at this guy sweating his hog off. Oh, he's cutting some chicken. Look at that. Wow. He's cutting chicken and he's sweating his hog off. Look at him. Oh. Prague people don't tolerate doctors and engineers harassing customers and tourists. Yeah, because everyone from India is a doctor and engineer, right? And Chinese people's skipping the airport security check-ins, lack of civic sense, and highly disciplined Chinese individuals. And why is the media ignoring this? Yeah, we told you guys, this Elon Musk guy is going to become more dangerous than Bill Gates, and everyone laughed at me. Heck, everyone called me clickbait boy when I told everyone that there's going to be a falling out between Trump and Musk. Everyone called me clickbait boy and called me a lot of fat words were being sent to me. 8 months later, there was a falling out, like I said. Exactly like I said. All right. This guy's more dangerous than Elon Musk. Elon Musk is more dangerous than Bill Gates. Watch. Faz conta que não diz nada. Again, the Templar party festival procession is happening in Portugal. It's beautiful. It's very beautiful. I ask that you visit at least once in your life. It's beautiful. You can sit aside, have some nice food, watch the procession, watch the. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. It's a military order of Christ, right? It's just it's beyond anything you could be part of, beyond anything. Strong, deep Portuguese culture. The Templars. Yeah, very beautiful. Festa Templaria. It's been going on for 1,000 years right now, over 1,000 years in Portugal. And I invite everyone to at least visit it once in their lives. I promised my son next year we're going to be going there. We're going to be going next year. It's from the 9th to 12th of June. July. It's very beautiful. Recommend everyone to visit it once in their lives. Go to Portugal. All right. Mass deportation protests break out in Italy. Yeah, I don't even know why half these people are even in Italy. Like, if they're not even Italian. I don't know. Yep. Italians are getting fed up. Everyone's getting fed up. Christian preacher arrested by British police after prayers reportedly caused anxiety to some people. And I got really upset with this video. It's really sad that you're in a Christian country founded by Christians and the 10 Commandments and the whole 9 yards, and you can't preach your gospel in your country because it's offending or making other foreigners that have never built, fixed, repaired, extended, or even did anything for that country come in there and then feel. There are 50 Muslim countries, or 52, correct me in the chat, I don't give a shit, that Muslims could go to. They don't need to go to a Christian country. There is absolutely no point of them going to a Christian country, especially if they're going to feel offended by the local religion. Imagine I go to Iraq or I go to Iran and I start complaining about their religion and their call to prayer. They'll kill me. Okay? So there's 50 Muslim countries, and if they feel uncomfortable, then go to so many countries. Egypt, there's so many of them you can go to, right? And 20 Haitian migrants found inside a small SUV after interception by Dominican Republic Army. So the Haitians speak Creole, right? They go into Dominican Republic and they actually steal the Dominicans' jobs there. I bet this is Santo Domingo. And they go in and steal the jobs, and they work for 5-10 cents an hour, right? And they're stealing the Dominicans' jobs, so the Dominicans don't have any employment. The problem with the Haitians is they don't even speak Spanish. That's the problem. They speak some French Creole. It's not even French. It's like a broken Creole they speak there. Look at that. Like, those 20 people could work, sit in a boardroom, and figure out how to make their country better. That's 20 people to start right there. 20 people that want to see reform, want to see change. That's 20 right there. That could make a change in their country. Milan. Chaos in Milan. Dramatic footage shows groups of young men clashing in the streets of Milan during a violent confrontation that left residents and bystanders shocked. Yeah. Again, when people have nothing to lose, what do? They just go there and destroy everything. And migrant threatens passerbyers and people dining with their families in Sitges, Spain, with a 90-centimeter knife. So people have to abandon the restaurant because of some guy with a 90-centimeter knife. But why is, see, no one's asking this question. Oh, he needs help. Oh, he needs to be taken. No, what the fuck? What is he doing what is he doing in Spain? Why is that guy in Spain for? Does Spain need a guy with a 90-inch blade threatening people? Why is he in the country? This is what I'm trying to tell you. What is he doing in Spain? Does Spain need this guy? Is someone from Spain in the show? Can they tell me if they need this fucking guy? Like, what is he doing in Spain? What the hell is he doing in Spain? This is the question no one's asking. So, thousands of South Africans take to the streets to hunt and attack illegal migrants. South Africa's finished. We had Ben on the show, 4 weeks ago from South Africa, a farmer from South Africa. It's finished. South Africa's finished. Everything there is going to fall apart. The infrastructure is finished. Acapito. It's finished. It's done. It's game over. No one's going to fix the roads. No one's going to fix the sewers. No one's going to fix Canada's going to become like this soon. Canada will be like this in the next 10 to 15 years because the people that built the country can't maintain the country anymore. And that's what we've been saying for years. And guys, Dan, there was a little dance up there, right? But there it is. Yeah, game over. Man attacks pastor during public preaching in Texas. So a guy's preaching in Texas and he's wanting to fight the guy. Yeah, again, if you have a problem with Christianity, don't move to a Christian country. Canada's job for the last 20 years or 30 years is trying to remove itself from Christianity, to try to remove itself and become like an atheist type country, but favoring Islam and favoring Jews and everybody else but Christians that built the country. Canada for the last 30 years has been working really hard to remove its Christian roots, right? You remove your Christian roots and you remove God from your country? Game over. And how many women have to be raped and murdered before you do anything? How many children have to die at the hands?
Vile criminals and murderers before you realize what is happening outside. How many seniors have to become victims of those criminals in Europe before you start thinking about the future of Europe and the safety of Europeans? We just need to secure our external borders right now, immediately, and we need to protect our borders at all costs. People just deserve this safety. And we need to start with mass deportations right now. Every illegal immigrant from Europe has to be deported. Even every legal immigrant who does not respect our way of life and our laws and committed a crime has to be deported. And as soon as you do this, you will realize how the narco-trafficking problem, which we are discussing right now, just disappears. As soon as you do this, you will see how the numbers of rapes, violent attacks and murders just drops down. And if you are not ready to fight for Europe, then we need to replace you, defeat you in the elections, and save Europe for our children.
Yeah, thank you, colleague.
How many women have...
There it is right there. North African migrant. North African immigrant. Sorry, an immigrant traveling without ticket reacts violently after being told to leave the train in Italy. So he's an immigrant. So what is he immigrating to Italy for? I don't understand. I don't fucking get what's going on anymore. So destroy Israel. Protest was happening in protest march. That's what they're calling it. Destroy Israel. There's the big banner there that's going on. Thousands raised a banner reading "Destroy Israel" at a big. Was thousands above Spain most famous festival. Okay, so they went to the festival and they started bringing their propaganda to the festival. I get it. I see how this works. Okay, so they bring the propaganda to the festival. So,
called a Canadian and be in Canada.
Yes, that's right. She's ashamed to be Canadian.
Okay, let's go back here.
I'm so shameful to be called a Canadian.
But she's not even Canadian. This is the part I don't understand. I'm not even fucking Canadian. This is the part I don't understand. I'm so shameful to be called
Canadian and be in Canada.
I don't understand. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I keep telling you guys this story. Back in my day, 93, 95, 96, 97, up into the 2000s, I went in Toronto and I put under nationality on the job application form, Canadian. They call my ass in and say, you're not Canadian. You put down your Portuguese. You're a pork chop. You don't put down your Canadian on there, boy. And it's like everywhere I went, oh, he's Portuguese, don't hire him. He's garbage. Like, don't hire Portuguese people. I even have a video of 7 jobs I worked for because the employers found out I was Portuguese and fired me. So we weren't even allowed, the people that built the country weren't even allowed to say they were Canadian. And now, I got papers I'm Canadian now? What the fuck happened to you, Canada? What happened to you, Canada? What the fuck happened to Canada? There it is right there. Celebration, chaos in France. It's just migrants destroying the country. They got nothing to lose. Australian protests Indian migration during Modi's Melbourne event. Send them home slogans. Again, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, a lot of countries brought in these Indians to try and fix the housing market because these countries built their economy since 2010 on the housing market. They didn't build it on actual trade, exports, fabrication, imports. They actually built their countries to sell off to Chinese. Now the Chinese ran out of money and they're going to bring in 4 or 5 million Indians to try and make up that deficit of housing, right? So there it is right there. And Paris descends into chaos after France's World Cup win. Wait, France won. Why are they destroying the country? I don't know, man. I don't know anymore, folks. And students trapped by floods in China rescued on floating bridges. Oh, the bridge fell apart. And it floats. The bridge fell apart and it floats. And that's the Templar Festival in Portugal. A car driver in Switzerland. Oh, we got this already. And this is a card or a free kick that was given against. It's all cheating. Soccer's all fake, man. Soccer is all one-sided reffing. We told you guys it's been happening for years. It's one-sided reffing. And you are a racist for not wanting this scholar in your community. I think this guy, if I stand corrected, I'm not too sure, but I think this guy has done this in multiple places for social media, and he's been doing this. I've seen him pour milk on himself. I've seen him. It could be him doing the same thing in different stores. Yeah, because someone's filming him, right? So I honestly think that. He's been doing this in different locations. I've seen him before. Yeah, he just goes in and trashes places. And Muslim youth was meeting with some underage girl or something like that in India. And burning down radical Islam out. Where is this, in Ireland? There's There's no. I think this is in Ireland. And they're tearing down King George. It's just like they got rid of John A. MacDonald and they got rid of all the historical. Once you remove history, you're doomed to repeat it. And all the Confederate southern states, they removed all their soldiers and stuff, and yeah, removing history. Bad news. Erasing history. This is Toronto Nagar Kirtan 2026. Canada is transformed. Tens of thousands of young Chinese people are becoming homeless because they are blacklisted from social credit system. And we warned you guys about the social credit system in 2018. Go watch our video, Darwin Takeover, in Darwin, Australia, where the social credit system was going strong in China, and politicians in Darwin, Australia went up to China to take that technology and bring it back to Australia. There it is right there, folks. And China's social media shows the front view, and this is the side you rarely see. So, and what's this? France. Paris, if France wins. Paris, if Morocco wins. Everything gets trashed and destroyed. And like master, like servant. Pakistan versus China. And Toronto. Is that a bum fight? Just a couple of guys just punching each other in the head there. And of course the light's red, so the guy can't move his car. So he's stuck at a red light. Oh, now he's punching the car. Holy smokes. So this is, where is this? Radical Islam out. Secure our borders. China, internet flooded with unfiltered videos of Chinese dirtiest streets and urban slums. I had a friend tell me about this for years. I never really got to see it till now. FIFA had Egypt fans patted down while Argentina fans walked right through security. All right, guys, that's forbidden news for Canadians. We bring up a few reels or two of news that you would normally never see in Canada because they don't want you to know. All right, who else is here tonight? All right, let's open some lines, guys. Let's get you guys here tonight on Mike of the Night. Let's see. Oh, we got a Tio always buys me. Thank you. So we got Said. And we got Tio buy me a coffee today. Thanks for the coffees, guys. We usually get 2-3 coffees every show. Thank you for the coffees, guys. Thank you for your donations. I really, really, really appreciate your support. And if you guys want to support the transmission, guys, don't forget to... If you want to pick me up a coffee, I'll give you guys the link. And don't forget, guys, to check out our YouTube channel where you can find all the playlists of everything, of all cool stuff. Portugal, cost of living, travels, everything. Let's look at the Philippines. Who wants to move to the Philippines? Our $7,000 house we built in the Philippines. You guys can check it out if you want. Don't forget to check out my new, well, it's an old playlist that I'm reviving. Let's turn this stinky dump into a fun game store. So if you guys want to see this, it's really nice little playlist I put together of building a store. And Conspiracy Vault. Don't forget to check out our conspiracy videos and our past live streams and videos here, if you guys want to check this stuff out on the YouTube channel. MikeoftheNight.org takes you to previous episodes of Mike of the Night. Facebook. Guys, we got a check mark on Facebook, and it only took 9 years. In 2017? 2017, we applied to be verified on Facebook, and it took them from 2017 to 2026. So we finally got verified. And Instagram, why am I showing you Instagram? I don't know, but Instagram, we can find, oh, Instagram, I tell you why. Here's my Instagram if you guys want to call into the show. Right here, paste. Boom, boom. If you want to call into the show, call us on Instagram. And if you want to buy some swag, there's a link in the description. And we are now on X because we have been permanently banned. And I've got a digital trespass order to never go back on TikTok, or they will put me in jail, basically. They're serious. My lawyer friend looked at it and said, these guys are really serious, Mike. Like, you could try to go back in a year and see what happens, but I don't care about TikTok. And we're back on X. So if you guys want to join us on X, we're on X again after being banned on there 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? It was with Elon Musk. We got banned. So anyway, so that's that, guys. All right, let's see what we got here tonight for Mike in the Night. So we got said, oh, yes, from Cam. Thank you, said. From just north of me. SCTV, yes, SCTV with the bags falling out of the back of... I was watching SCTV like 3 days ago. I was showing my kids Canadian sitcom. Canadian TV. And I was telling them about TV Ontario when I was growing up as a kid. And I was telling them about... We watched a few episodes of The Littlest Hobo. We watched a few episodes of SCTV with Rick Maru. What was his name? Johnny Maru? Or John Candy was playing Johnny Maru. I can't remember. And I was showing my kids, like, this is it. This is like Canadian. This is the whole Canadian. We watched a lot of old Toronto Maple Leafs games from the early 80s. And then I was showing my kids the crowd, the people in the stands. Like, look at that. These are the Canadian people. These are like European, Canadian, Scottish, Irish descendants. Look at them. Look how happy they are, right? So yeah, you know, I want to get PDS 10 on the show. I would like to get we haven't had Dino Bravo. Dino Bravo is very important to have on the show. Very important to have him back on. I'm just trying to see who wants to call in. Just message me, guys. Oh, someone's messaging me on my phone here. I usually leave my phone upstairs, but I accidentally brought it down tonight. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. All right, let's see who we can get on here tonight on Mike in the Night. We're going to open lines, guys. It is open lines for Mike in the Night. What's on your mind? What do you want to talk about? What is happening in your neck of the woods? What are you feeling? What are you feeling? Yeah. What are you feeling tonight on Mike in the Night? 659. When reality overtakes the narrative. And it's happening, folks. All over the world. All right. Let's see if we can get some callers on here on Mike in the Night. Let's see if I can find someone to call in.
It's 3 a.m. in a one-stop town. Neon buzz and the world shut down. Coffee's cold, but the mic's still warm. There's a storm outside and another reform. Headlights roll down Highway 8. Folks still talking about the state of the state. Bills go up, paychecks thin. Feels like a house always wins. But there's a voice on the air tonight, cutting through that pale moonlight. Mike in the Night, on the AM line. Truth coming through like a county sign. You can run, you can hide, you can close your eyes. Let you feel that moving deep inside. At 3 a.m. when the silence is broken, old guitar and the truth outspoken. No teleprompter, no have spoken. Small town farmers, city trade.
No one's hitting me up on the Instagram, guys. So, I don't know. I can read some of your comments. So, Shelly's saying government purchasing condos. Yes. The failed Chinese condos or condo developers. We could get PDS 10 on that's building these condos. They've been building these condos for years. Will tell you that it's all Chinese. It's all Chinese development to park their money into Canada and get their money offshore. And yeah, and we're paying for it. We're paying for the videos are up. We made our videos and give our perspectives on that. For that, it's actually pretty sad. I want to see if we could get Ben on the show from South Africa to tell us about what's happening with these attacks against immigrants. Okay, let's get someone wait. Someone was trying to call. Who is this? Oh, okay. It looks like a first-time caller. It looks like a first-time caller. Hold on. Let's get this. Sorry, let's get this person on. I don't know who this is. Let's get a first-time caller on the show.
Hello.
Hey. It's PDS 10. Oh, you changed your name. I know the FBI is after you.
No. Leave it. Don't mention what it is.
No. I know people are going to start following you from the show. You're a very, very famous person here on Mike in the Night.
Not. Hello, guys. What's up, everybody in the chat? Hit the thumbs up, huh?
Yeah.
And share and repost. Come on, guys.
Anyways, I'm excited to have you on because you are on the forefront of these condos that are being bailed out. So the developers are building these condos. It's 99% contracted through China, and it's all falling apart. And then now you're going to pay for it with your taxes.
Oh, we're all going to pay for it some ways, especially out in BC there. He's bailing it out because he can't them collapse, and somebody's got to pay for it.
Yeah, someone's definitely going to pay for this. We're going to pay for it. So
I think I sent you a link, something that shows how it declined. Like it was so high up, and then nobody now is investing in these condos, and that's only the start.
Well,
the condos, and then becomes the housing market.
Houses come second. So, okay.
That's right.
Now, in 2010, Canada, instead of seeing a correction, they said, well, you know what? The Olympics are here. Let's open up to Chinese money. So they got smart. They said, you know what? Let's build our economy for the next 15, 20 years off of Chinese money. The capital flows from China were crazy. So many people in China wanted their money out of the country. They want to park it in a safe country. So Canada was promoting itself during the 2010 Olympics. Bring your money here. We're not going to ask you where you got your money from.
Well, actually, was the other day, or I think it was last week sometime, somebody told me what you've been telling me. They bring over suitcases of money and say, hey, buy me, I want to invest this money here. And somebody sees things that you were talking about years ago, up before, somebody was talking about it just last week. It's like they're behind, just trying to catch up with what's going on.
Oh, they're
like, China. Yeah. Oh, China was bringing over suitcases of money and buying. Yeah. Yeah. I know that. That's
Did you watch my orange bags video? My orange bags video talks about the money coming in, and they were counting it in a hotel. The Canadian government was
yes. That was you mentioned that like since I've been following you a year already. I think you talked about it.
Oh, it's years and years ago.
You were mentioning this years ago.
Yeah, but guys, if you wanted to know what Paul is talking about, go to my channel, and type in orange bags. And Dino Bravo watched this video too. Here it is right here. What Paul is talking about is this: orange bags. Orange bags were used to dispose of the evidence. So it's about the banks using hotels.
The banks were in it. The banks were using
hotels to count money, and then they would bring Brinks drivers there, and they looked like they were delivering bags, like, luggage for the hotel. They had 2 or 3 floors of the hotel were quarantined off just for Chinese counting, to count Chinese money for the banks, and they would put a fill slip. They would discuss how much is in the bag, and then they'll give them numbers to buy real estate numbers to buy real estate.
Was part of this. Brookfield was part of this. All their investment was through Brookfield too.
Yeah.
They were making some bank on this. And construction now is not. It's slowly opening up, but it's still not. It's not 100%. But for some reason, it's picking up. But I think they're trying to save a market that's on the edge of collapse.
It's finished. Now, this is not going to be your typical real estate crash because there's too much dirty money involved in this one, right? Back in 2007 and 6, whatever, that was Canadian people losing their money. Now, Canadian people bought in to their $800,000 condo, $1 million condo. They're fucked. They are cooked.
Well,
they're cooked.
Well, you know Fairbank area.
Fairbank, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You remember Fairbank area.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a few houses in that area that are foreclosure. And they're roughly, I think you could pull it up in that area. You know which area I'm talking about. You'll find houses for like $600,000 now.
Yeah, but that's still high for Fairbank. That, with the price of tax, food, cost of living, fuel, everything now.
Yeah.
The price of housing needs to go even further. Those houses need to be $275,000, $300,000. Not $600,000. It's too high. If our taxes were low,
it's coming back down.
Low tax country, and the food was so cheap, yeah, maybe $600,000. Okay, maybe. Yeah. But no, everything's too expensive.
Yeah, well, they're still losing money on that house.
Oh, they're losing $400,000. I can imagine.
Oh yeah. It's easy. The housing market, the condo market is pretty much dead. We're not building anything. There's maybe, I drive around and especially behind the big mall there, Yorkdale, there's a hole in the ground and nothing's moving. There's no equipment, no crane, nothing. Just a hole in the ground and fencing around.
When was the last time you built a condo?
Oh, I have maybe a year and a half ago since I've been to one.
No, you built one.
No, I didn't build it. Well, I started from the ground up.
Right. But what was the last time you worked on building a condo?
A year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been dead. Year and a half to 2 years.
So
all the other stuff is all little, like the industry is slowly picking up, but not full force.
Right.
I was doing 70 hours a week. I'm like 45 now.
Oh. Interesting.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're seeing this. So, did you know that in March 2024, the Chinese just stopped investing in Canada? Like cold turkey. In March 2024, I don't know what happened, but something happened in March 2024 where the Chinese just stopped bringing their suitcases, stopped bringing their money, stopped bringing their dirty money, stopped destroying the... They just stopped.
Well,
March 2024.
2024 is when the interest rates went up.
Yeah, but still, if they have dirty money and they want to park it offshore, they don't care what the interest rates is because they're paying in dirty money. They don't care, right?
Yeah, but the banks also clawed back on to say, hey, you want to invest? We need this money, right? Like I just started a project this year, and it's a town home complex they're building. I think 3 stories. And their units, they were trying to sell it for a year at over 859,000. They had to cut the price down to 499, and they only sold 25% of the units so far.
Yep.
At
And
400,
and we're talking about a country that's cold 8-9 months of the year. So you're not in paradise.
Oh yeah, we're getting a heat wave. We're getting a heat wave
for 2
tomorrow.
months, and then it goes back to minus 30, right? So, so what I'm saying is, like, you're not in paradise. You're not getting bang for the buck, right?
No, it's done. It's done. It's now it's just survival mode. That's it. Before you would work and you earned a living and inflation was down, the prices of food, $250 shopping, you made some money, you saved some money aside. Yeah. Now it's not like that. The inflation is high. You know, what you make is pretty much what you spend.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Let's so while Paul's talking, we're gonna look at some real estate here while Paul's talking to us in America. Look at 6-bedroom, 79 grand. Look at little condo, 100 grand house. Take your pick, people. America's wages and incomes in most red states like Texas, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, you could buy homes.
But the Americans, there's something brewing down in the States. It's gonna hit hard a little bit for them.
Well, but at least you're not starving. You're not spending all your money on your mortgage. Like 35 grand, 3-bedroom. I would take that. I would take a 3-bedroom for 35 grand in Texas, just to get my family started. We don't have that opportunity, Paul, in Canada. That's what I've been trying to tell people. We don't have this in Canada.
It's done.
We don't have any of these opportunities here.
You know, you're not going to see $800, $1,100 mortgages anymore.
Well,
you're looking at $4,000 to $5,000.
Well, in the States, you could go down with $0 down and $59,000. You're paying $500 a month for 10, 15 years. You know, like you could have a house with land and 2 guns in your house to protect your house. Look at this big rancher, 25 grand, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2,000 square feet.
Yeah, now they know the Canadians are leaving the country. Now they want to put an exit tax on us. Everything is a tax.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell them I'm leaving. I just see you later. Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I'll be back one day.
Yeah, I'm not leaving. I'll be back Monday. Yeah, I'll be back.
I wouldn't tell them I'm leaving. I slowly sell everything. No, I'm planning to rent to own. Rent. I like to own nothing and just rent. And then take off and never come back.
Yep. That's a smart thing to do.
But yeah, it's pretty tough. I could see. Like I follow a couple economists and stock market guys, and the way they're predicting with gold and silver, we could see, depression coming. And it's pretty much close to 100 years. Your video said it, by 2030, not survive by 30. Well, hey, 2020, what was it, 1929, when the Great Depression? Took 10 years to get out of it.
Well, it took 10 years, but they never really fully recovered, right? Because they started getting into more Mickey Mouse banking, right? And Mickey Mouse, taxes started going up, and things started getting more harder. But no, Americans have it so good because we don't have this opportunity in Australia or Canada or New Zealand. You buy a house like this I'm showing you guys right here. I'm pointing my mouse at. That house in New Zealand is like $3-4 million. It's 74 grand in Memphis, Tennessee. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
We've been too lenient in this country. It's like, I hear people, well, I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. I have to go to work. I have to pay. Like we're too lenient. It's like it's not affecting me right now, so I don't need to bother with it. But slowly, it is getting to everybody.
Everybody.
You know, well, when did I sign up for 42% taxes on my paycheck? I didn't sign up for that, and I'm sure everybody in the chat knows their paychecks didn't sign up for that.
Yeah, the problem is in Canada, you're living in hundreds, like $500,000 to $1 million homes that are worth 40 grand. That's the problem with Canada. That's the problem is our real estate's too expensive. So 80-90% of what you make goes to shelter, and then you pay 40%, 41% tax off your pay. They're taxing you on your labor. It's all organized mafia is what it is.
That's right. The crime syndicate. We're paying for that slowly and shipping our hard-earned dollars, which should be here to fix infrastructure, because who's going to do it? The Indians are going to fix it? No. The immigrants are going to, they don't even know how to dig, connect the pipe. Who's going to fix that when there's a water main break? You know, you were showing those videos. This is China on the floating slab.
Yeah.
You know?
Floating slab. Yeah, the bridge floats, dude. The bridge floats.
Yeah, a floating slab. I think that's it's not even real concrete, because concrete would sink.
Yeah. Yeah, styrofoam concrete they use down because they cut costs, right?
That's right. You know? So, I can't see it. 2030, it's going to be, I don't know. It's just getting worse. You can't keep going like this. Something's got to break.
Yeah,
something's got to break.
Something's got to give somewhere. Something has to ease up. Something has to look at it. Look at this $45,000 house. Look at all the land too. A guy like you goes there, fixes this place up. I don't even think it really needs. It just needs a little bit of interlock pathways to get to the house, like little pathways you could make. You could do a great job.
I can't see it. I can't.
You'll see it later on the replay. Yeah. 45 grand.
Yeah. 45 grand. Oh,
if you see the house, you'd be like, "That's a nice house. I like this one too." Look, this one's really nice.
5 acres. 5 acres. That's all I need.
Yeah, there's ones, lots of them with acreage here. Look at this nice one. It's got nice vaulted ceilings. It's got nice pillars. Really nice house. 35 grand.
But how do American down there? You know,
well, if you're a Canadian citizen, you could own property in America, right? You could be there 6 months of the year if you want. So it might be cheaper, Paul, if you buy a place like this for 35 grand, and then if you live there for 6 months, you'll actually save money living there. Because you're not spending all your money in Canada.
True.
Yeah, so you go in the wintertime when it's, because there was a palm tree on the front of the house. So if there's a palm tree, it's not, I don't think it's that bad outside.
Does it come with a palm tree with coconuts? Oh yeah, I'm down there.
Yeah, look at this one here. A bunch of us from the channel could go down there. A bunch of us from the channel could go down there and buy this place for 90 grand.
90.
It's a small mansion. It's a small plantation. It's a plantation. It's a plantation.
Right.
I think it used to be a tobacco. It looks like it was a tobacco plantation.
Oh.
Yeah, we go there. A couple of hammers, a couple of tool belts.
There's land here in Canada too. There's nice land here in Canada. It's just, you know, it's.
But the problem is it's cold, man. It's cold like almost the whole year. That's the problem. Well, Paul, I'm getting old, and I don't want to deal with the cold anymore, man.
No, I don't. I don't want to deal with the cold, and I'm out there all year round. I'm facing the heat. I'm facing the cold, and believe me, the winter, it gets to my bones. I don't like it. I don't like it. And now we're having this heat wave. It's like you know, you can't really stay outside long enough. What are you gonna do? It's but like I said, something's got to give because this everybody's everybody's stuck somewhere somehow.
Mm-hmm.
You find a better path, but it's like the government finds out that there's $5 in your pocket. He wants it.
He wants 250 of it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. So, and I don't know. Sometimes I even think, why am I working?
Yeah, a
Am I
lot of people
working
are starting to
for?
realize what's the point? Like what's what's the a lot people that have it and have the money and have this and they're all looking for an exit strategy to get out of here. All of them are. Everyone I'm talking to is like, Mike, where do I go? Me and you, we could go back to the Azores. We could go back where we're from.
Oh yeah.
We go back to San Miguel. For us, it doesn't matter. We just go back to San Miguel, right? So
I planned that,
mm-hmm.
And it's one. Well, the summers are a little warm, not so bad, but at
we
least
got
the
ocean
climate
breeze,
in
ocean
winter.
breeze.
Yes. Yep.
So,
but this. I was born here. You grew up here,
mm-hmm.
and I don't know. I don't know what to say. There's only one way out of this, but people got to, come together somehow and put our foot down and say, no, we want this, and this is how it's going to be, or else these globalists are going to just, put their boots on our necks and until we actually either leave or comply.
So here are pictures of San Miguel. This is where me and Paul are from. We are from San Miguel. This is where we're from. And yes, there's cities in there. There's cities on the island. It just looks like a beautiful vegetation.
They're small, little small cities, but
yeah. And this is where we're from. So
little towns, you could call it.
Yeah, Frexia.
That's right.
There's the island Poisson, Boca de Fourn. Let me see here, Poisson. So this is where we're from. This is the island we're from.
Mm-hmm.
We just go back there. I don't give a shit. There's a school, everything for the kids. I don't give a shit.
If you go up to the northeast, I think it is. No, northwest. I got Zinich. Yeah. I'm up there.
That's by Setsidaj.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm up there. You probably could see my father-in-law's house from there, from the road.
Yep, probably. But that's where me and Paul, I'll go back there, man. It's just I'm going back next year for a month. I'm just gonna go spend a month there. I'm gonna get an Airbnb and just bum around for a month and make videos for you guys.
Oh yeah, you'll love it. You'll love it.
So, just bum around, see if my kids catch on. And they were, Daddy, we want to move here. Let's do it, baby. Let's set up the property, set up everything. Like you said, move it slowly, vagadang, move the money out, open the bank account there, move a little bit here,
Oh, yeah. I got a European bank account because I was paying for stuff over there after my father-in-law passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So, the water, literally you pay 200 euros for the whole year there.
Oh, yeah, for water. Yeah.
Yeah, for water. Taxes are like 200 or 300 euros for the year.
Yeah, it's about $200 property tax you pay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit more, but you're roughly about in euros, so that works out to maybe $800 Canadian, give or take.
Well, 200 euros, brother, is like 300. Well, 300 euros is like 450 Canadian.
Yeah, 450.
Yeah, it's still within reason, right? But the place looks clean and it's organized. I would pay 1,000 euros a year for property tax if it stays clean and organized like this. I don't give a shit. As long as it's nice and clean, I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, well, not like here,
Yeah.
You might get floating slabs down the street or garbage. because our infrastructure is collapsing slowly.
In Canada, yeah, big time, huge,
Yeah.
huge,
And
huge.
now I don't know what's going on with that $13 billion thing in Calgary over there, but I don't know. It's
Spending more of our tax dollars.
Well, that data center, they're eager for that data centers.
Yeah, the data centers. Yeah, they want it. I was calling them back in the day fusion centers, where they take all your information and fuse it into one building, one place, one server, one. Yeah. So, anyways, Paul, any final words? Anything you need? So you haven't worked on a condo in a while, year and a half, and nothing's going up. Everything's slow. You're seeing the correction right in front of your face.
Oh yeah, gold and silver, my friend. That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, gold and silver eventually will reign king. Gold and silver will reign king, my friend. It will reign king. Yeah.
We could even be using the Chinese dollar pretty soon, huh?
Yep. That's another rumor that's been floating around for a while now.
Instead of the U.S. dollar.
Yeah. Oh, Canada will love that. Oh, Canada loves China. Yep.
Yep. So there's I don't know, man. Stay safe out there, everybody. That's all.
Yep.
That's all I could say. Well,
that's all right, brother. Hey, go do your thing. Maybe scroll back of the show and see some of the imagery I would put up while we're talking, so you could see what the hell's going on while I'm talking to you there.
Yeah, I'll just do it. I'll do it after, but
yeah. Have a good one. Keep me up to date. Keep me up to date on the on what's going on economically there, okay, bud?
Oh yeah, it's going downhill.
God bless you, PDS10.
Have a good one, Mike.
All right, bye.
Bye.
So that is PDS10 on. He's on Rumble though. PDS10 is on Rumble. I see his comments here. He's on the Rumble side of things here tonight for Mike in the Night 659, when reality overtakes the narrative. All right, guys, thanks for so much. Let's see if we get another caller on here. Did we get it? No coffees. So we got 2 coffees tonight from Sed and Tio. Thanks, guys, for the coffees for tonight's show. I really appreciate it. It's you guys that keep this thing going. Guys, do you want to have a midsummer Mike in the Night-a-thon? Do you want to do one again? Like a 6-hour show, and then we get people coming on for 30 minutes, and I leave for a bit and come back, and we come back and do more. Do you guys want to do a Mike in the Night-a-thon? We usually do a 6-hour show, and we try to raise money for the internet bill for the year. I think we try to raise $300 or $600. I can't remember. We did it a few years back. It was pretty semi-successful. I think we raised $300. But if you guys want we could do that for you guys, a Mike in the Night-a-thon, and see if everyone could donate $3. We don't get paid to be here. It's counterproductive. For me, it's counterproductive because locally, no one shops at my store. They see me on here and they're like, this guy is a piece of garbage. Let's vote with our wallets, and nobody shops at my store. So it's the counterproductiveness that has happened for me being on social media for over 15 years. I did not take the money. I was offered money I was offered money to lie to you guys. The videos are up. I read the emails. I was offered money to fuck you guys and lie to you guys and misrepresent and take you guys down lies and lies and lies. Yeah. Yeah, to lie to you people. That I was paid. The video's up. If you want to watch the video, just say they wanted me to lie to you. Find the video. You'll see. I said, no. They were going to make me the Joe Rogan of Canada. They're going to find me the guests. They're going to give me the headlines to read. I'll be like, I want to read my own headlines. They were offering me $3,000 American a show. $3,000 American a show. I said, you know what? I'd rather take your $3 coffee from you than 3,000 American from people that are going to tell me to screw you guys over. Bring Raven on now. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know where Raven is. I don't know where the Raven is. Let me see if I can find him here, guys. Well, he has got to message me so I know. We could get No Way Jose on tonight if you want. If you guys want, No Way Jose gives an updates on what's happening in the fourth biggest city in America, Chicago, or second or third. I can't remember. Everything changes every week. The show is good when the Raven comes on. Well, I can't, Jay Scientist. I can't force him to come on the show, right? So there's nothing I could do. Like, he could come on once every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, just to update us on what he's seeing and what's going on. But there's nothing I could do to make, you know what I mean? I can't force people to come on the show, right? Someone says, I cannot make calls on Instagram anymore, but maybe I could still receive calls. I have an older device. Interesting. Everyone's getting off the main off of these bigger phones and going analog now, or just taking their phone and throwing it in the garbage and say, fuck this shit. I'm done. All right. Maybe we should get Dino Bravo on the show. On Mike in the Night tonight. Let's see if I can get Dino Bravo on. I saw him in the chat an hour ago. Canada's strongest man. He does have a few updates because I spoke to him the other day. He's got a few things he's seeing happening. And let's see if we can get Dino Bravo on the show here tonight. Canada's strongest man. Okay, who else is here? Tignim, thank you for being here. Steve 3492 is here. Carly's here. Low Roller Scratcher's here. Yeah, getting rid of iPhones is brilliant. A flip phone or even a landline. Yeah, man. You want to call me? I'll be home at 5 o'clock. If I don't pick up, I'm busy. Someone's asking if Pokemon sent me the 30th anniversary to my shop. No, we got none. We got zero. Zero. Nope, we got zero. Yeah, we've been cut off of everything. I got into a huge argument with a distributor over taking a vaccine back in 2021. And they've just cut me off of everything. Mike, remember when you used to carry pagers? Yes! I used to have a pager. Oh, Todd Stevens in Japan? Young families needed 250,000 full-size houses, not 650,000 houses with no yards. That's why I moved to Merritt. Watch my video. I'm done with Vancouver. I'm moving to Merritt. I paid $260,000 for my house, and it's everyone says I live in a mansion. I'm like, no, I paid $260 for my house because I left the city. Oh, you live in a mansion? No, I don't. It's a $260,000 house with a gigantic backyard. Now it's valued at $690,000, $740,000. What a pathetic garbage. I don't want that. We got Dano in the house. How you doing, buddy? Artbydano.com. The phones are spy devices, yeah. The builder in Markdale dropped semis down 30K to 370s and detached down to 470s. Still too high. I don't even never heard of Markdale in my life, so still too high. Tig wants a pager. Yeah, drug dealers had pagers back in the day. Yeah. Yeah, I remember those brick phones you used to plug into the lighter. I remember PDS-10, you had a brick phone. Because I remember you were talking to Hector, if you remember Hector, at the bank. I think we're at Scotia Bank. I don't forget things, guys. That's my problem. I think it was PDS-10 was there, Paul. He was there. And Hector was there. And he had this big robotic flip phone, like a gray one, a big robot one. And Hector was talking about his battery goes for 19 hours and this and that. And I'm like, fuck, the battery doesn't even last an hour in that thing. So, yeah, I still remember. Yeah, PDS-10 is in the comments laughing and saying, yep. Yep. All right, let's see if we can get, I want to get Canada's Strongest Man on, Dino Bravo. I think it's a good idea we get him on Mike in the Night here and see what he's got for us, because he's always searching for the truth, right? We don't have any first-time callers. Do we have? No, nobody. No first-time callers messaging me. And people say, why do you use Instagram for call-ins? There's over 1 billion people on Instagram, right? It's so much easier to connect with people, right? StarTax. Why is that familiar? Remember StarTax? StarTax. Why do I remember that, Jimmy? Why do I remember that name? I'm just getting old, right? All right, let's get Dino Bravo on.
He's trying to read through the masquerades, paper headlines, polished lies, but you can see it in the people's eyes. Granddad said, son, stand tall, don't let fear build your walls. Mama prayed by the kitchen light, said keep your heart strong through the fight. So he turns that dial a little more, like knocking on a closed back door. Mike in the night, on the AM line, truth coming through like a warning sign. You can feel it shift when the clock strikes 3, like something's waking inside of me. At 3 a.m. when the static's.
Hey, Mike.
It's Dino Bravo, Canada's Strongest Man, here on Mike of the Night. Thanks for being here with us, liking and subscribing and being part of the channel.
How's it going?
You still there?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
So what's going on? What are you finding? You're always finding shit. You're always seeing things. What? Update us. Where are we going?
Where are we going? Well, I guess I'm on the soccer thing right now because the World Cup.
Okay. What's going on with that?
But,
we know it's all rigged. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you see that story I sent you about the 74 World Cup or no 78?
78. Yeah. That was fixed. That was 100% fixed for Argentina.
But did you hear what happened though? Like they were still a dictatorship, and the president at the time, he went into the Peruvian locker room.
Yep.
And told them all that they're gonna
a speech. Yeah.
They're gonna lose the game. And because Brazil didn't lose a game that year in that tournament, and they got knocked out because Argentina had to score five goals.
5 goals. I saw the video.
Yeah, 5 goals, and they got 6. And the Peruvian guys they all got bribed, and they took the bribe, and they all denied it, of course. And then years later, some of them, on their deathbeds, were saying that they took the bribe, and they got through, and then they won that World Cup.
Yeah, so. Everything. Well, every World Cup's everything's all. They're not going to allow a country to be a world stage, especially if they're not betting on that country, especially if there's no organization, especially if that country didn't pay for it, right? So, a lot of people are saying you got to pay for the cup. That's how it works. That's just how it works.
But I have to give you props on, and I did tell you that. I messaged you, but I thought they were going to give one to Ronaldo.
No, they're Portugal. Why would FIFA give anything? FIFA has hated the Portuguese since day one. They don't even want them qualifying in the World Cup. So no, has this hate on for Portugal for over 100 years now. So no, they're not going to give nothing to Portugal. What for? Right? But 86% of the viewership went down. The second Portugal got knocked out, 86% of ticket sales. So ticket sales went down 86%, and viewership went down in half.
Yeah.
So
just disgusted with this. That president, he's a joker. I mean,
they're all like that. A lot of them look like they're even the one before over my dead body. Portugal will win anything. Like it's like, fuck off, man.
I wonder if they're going to give one to England this time.
Now you need to ask yourself, why would they give it to England this time? Why?
I don't know.
That's what you need to ask.
Well, who's your gut feeling who's going to win?
Who do I think?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care. I haven't been sizing anything
I don't
up.
care either, but I'm just saying.
I think they might give it to Messi one more cup because Messi didn't win any major other titles, right? So if you look at Ronaldo, he won a whole pile of titles. He won the one in Italy, the Italy Cup with Juventus. He won it in Spain, right? He won it in England with Manchester. He won all those titles over those years. That's why he has 975 goals, right? Like
but
he's won
but didn't he win all those? I don't follow that Champions League shit.
Yeah, he won all that stuff for those guys too.
But didn't Messi do it too?
Not as much as Ronaldo. Not even close.
No, I know he did.
I know Messi left the Spanish league and went to play in France and scored one goal all season.
PSG.
Yeah, he scored one goal that whole season. So you see where I'm going with this, right? It's all bullshit. It's all.
Oh yeah, it is. Well, all sports is fixed, not just soccer. But I mean, it's all rigged. But I mean, you see how that the goalie kicks the ball for Norway, hits the guide wire, and they say the ball didn't feel anything. Well, how did it not feel it? In the sensor not hit the wire. It goes straight down and then goes to the British guy, the English guy, and they go in and score. It's like, okay. You didn't sense anything. Like, give it up. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was getting on to like that Yandex I was telling you about. That's a Russian site. You go to Yandex.ru. You can actually download it on the app on your phone.
Okay, what's it called?
Yandex, Yandex.ru. And you'll be surprised the stuff you can get on there that you can't get on Brave. Even Brave browser is not as good. Yeah, Yandex.
Russian technology company, Yandex.
Yandex, it gives you. I mean, they're still censoring stuff too. I mean, everywhere, but it's better. You try doing some research on with that one.
Okay, I have it open right, guys. This is what it looks like if you want to see it. It's called Yandex. Download fast and secure browser. I'm not recommending this, but I'm gonna try it myself. But I don't recommend if it screws up your computer. I'm not responsible.
No, it doesn't screw up anything.
I'm just
a lot of people I know use it. No, it's fine.
Yandex. Okay,
it's
that's fine.
It's just a browser, and you can make it your home browser. Like you could set on your phone to be your browser once you'll see. Because I mean, the stuff like Google's a waste of time. I don't know. People are still using Google are fools because it's just that's the most suppressed one, and that Chrome crap. But you get into like I said, Brave is good, and this Yandex is really good. I find it's superior to all of them, and I think people should use that one if they want to start scouring around to see some truths. But you see that video of that lady getting thrown off the train? I don't know what country it was. She was a pregnant lady, and the guy just yanked her off and threw her on the ground. It was on Instagram.
Send it to me again. I don't remember.
I don't know. I didn't save it. I didn't even send it to you. I was just appalled. I mean, I don't know. Oh, I think it was in France, or Spain. What? You should be beating the shit out of that guy.
All right, guys, opening up emails for Dino. Guys, go ahead and email me at MikeMartins1980@gmail.com. I already have an email here for you. Somebody sent. So I said, we're opening up emails for Dino Bravo tonight. A long time, Mike and the Nighter here. And I have an email already from you, from John from Sydney, Australia. And he wants to know, Dino, what is the biggest mistake governments around the world are making right now?
What are governments? What the biggest mistake? You got all night? There's so much. Governments are useless. You know my stance on governments. They're all useless. They don't work for us. They don't do anything for the people. They only work for their handlers, which are or the silent the silent families, right? So no, there's nothing we can do. We have to, and voting won't get you anywhere. You and I have talked about this ad
Voting
nauseum.
is also is all rigged. It doesn't
It's a
matter.
joke. I mean, it's a joke, and everybody says, well, Carney was hired. Yeah, he was hired. He
He's
wasn't
a shield to
elected.
protect Chinese communist interests. Period.
Yeah, he's designed. He's here to destroy the country,
Mm-hmm.
Canada in this case, right? Just like England, they put that Starmer Joker in there, and now they're going to get another guy that's probably going to be worse than him. And everybody thinks, oh, right on, we got rid of him. Well, you're going to get another loser.
Yeah,
You
another
can't.
loser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stunad. Like they're just all useless. They're like government is trash. It's we have to. It has to be done with a system where the people have the say, not the government. Like before, back in the day, I mean, probably in your history books, the people told the governing body at the time, this is what we want and this is what we want to see, or else they would kill the person, right? They
Right.
get rid of them.
They'll tar and feather them.
Tar and feather, get rid of them, right?
Yeah.
Now it's the other way around. They put these clowns in, and then everybody goes, "Oh, the government's here to save us and help us. So we want new roads. Yeah, we're gonna get new roads." And they don't even put money into the roads. They say all this bullshit and get elected, and then once they're in, they don't do anything that they promised. Look at Trump. Has he accomplished anything that he said he was going to do when he came into power?
Well, he is deporting a lot of
Name me
illegals.
one thing.
Yeah.
What's that?
He's deporting a lot of illegals, though.
He ain't deporting dick. I know people that are still there.
No, I understand,
Like,
but they
I
are.
know people
ICE is
still there
rounding up
illegally.
people and deporting a lot of.
They're not doing nothing. He's just doing superficially. Come on, Mike.
You
He's
think
not
so?
doing
You
it.
think?
He's
You
not
think?
He's nothing. There's millions and millions of them. There's still a bunch of sleeper cells all over North America and Canada, by the way,
Mhm.
that are just ready to go on the whim, right?
Mhm.
To cause problems, because that's what's going to happen. They want to they want revolution in the United States. Everyone thinks that Canada's all screwed and everything and bad and everything.
Mhm.
I got news for the United States. It's going to be just as bad, if not worse, because
Mhm.
they got guns there, right? We don't have near the amount of guns,
Mhm.
so there's going to be a lot of revolution there going on over there, and it's going to be a shit show down there. Like,
Okay, I got a
and,
message here. Finally, I got another email. Sarah out of Calgary saying, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Canada's cost of living keeps rising while wages aren't keeping up. At what point does an affordability crisis become a national security issue?
well, it should be there already. We're already there at that point.
Yeah, we're
Like,
in a depression now. We're not in a
we're in a
recession anymore.
depression. Yeah, we're in a point of no return. Like, we have to, like I said, we have to. The first thing we have to do, and I know some of them, they're not bad people, but we have to get rid of all these migrants. Okay, that's a drain on our system. How much are they costing us to stay here?
Billions.
Do they work?
Billions.
Do they do anything here? Like
No,
80%,
they don't fix anything.
What is it, like 40 million in Europe? Is 40 million or 50 million are collecting welfare and getting and doing nothing. Like
Well,
they're
the
not
same
even
thing in
working.
America. They have
Right.
like 90% of the Somalians living in America are on. They've been on welfare since 2003.
Okay, so there you go. So in Canada, everyone that comes in, they all know they have websites. I haven't looked at them because I'd freak out. But there's supposedly websites where they teach these migrants how to go and collect money from the government and government workers that I've talked to. They say the most complaints they get are from these migrants calling in and saying, "Where's my check?"
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it's a joke. So we have to get rid of them. If we got rid of them, some people made comments. What I'm just gonna say is, if we got rid of them, we would instantly help. I think Big Bronze, I think was the guy who said it.
Mm-hmm.
You get rid of them instantly. The country will do a big exhale. Okay. And then you have to go after these like Loblaws and these clowns like that sit there and go, well, we have to raise prices. Well, you guys are making record profits. No, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're full of shit. Costco's, all of them. They're all making record profits. They're all like, one day you find a cucumbers for $3.99, then the next week it's like $6.99.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? They stopped growing them all of a sudden, or what? Like, it's a joke. Like, they gotta monitor these prices, but again, it's a government and they don't do anything,
Mm-hmm.
right? All they do is work for their handlers. So they don't do anything for us. So the solution is to get rid of government. All governments at all levels, get rid of them all.
That's going back to answer the first question.
Yes, that's right. Get rid of them all. That's the only way. And the people say, who's gonna answer? You get a body. You get businessmen, local businessmen in the community. You get doctors, lawyers, whatever, and you put them together. You put a team, and they can actually dictate what we're going to do and spend our money on taxes and everything like that. Like everything goes up and nothing gets fixed because they don't put the money back into the system, the sewers and everything like that. Everybody thinks that their tax dollars are going to repair the roads and everything. It's not.
It's not.
If
our tax dollars went to repair the roads, we have the best roads in the universe.
Oh,
we have floating roads. We have magnetic roads where your car floats. If we spend that much money we pay in taxes on the roads.
Think about it, Mike.
I know.
You've been in Europe, and I've been in Portugal too, and I've been in other parts of the world. Their roads are like cobblestone. Like they've been the same for how many hundreds of years.
Oh, since
that's why they don't. That's why they don't have to go and collect all these. Like you guys were talking about San Miguel and how low the taxes are, because they don't have to collect anything. Because everything's there. It's in place. It's forever. Here they don't build anything good. They're too busy paying off the guys. When you go and do a job, when you're quoting a job, you got to put like the guy goes, well, I want 100 grand. So okay, so put it at 1.1 million instead of 1 million, because you'll get 1 million, I'll get one. You get 1.1 million, you pay me $100,000. That's how it works here. Like. That's I know how it works all across North America for sure, and in the world. They're all paid off, and if you don't pay off, you don't get the jobs. And that's how it works in the industry that I was in. That's how I do. You have to pay people off, you don't get anything. So I refuse to pay people, and I'm not doing it anymore. That's how it works. So if you don't pay off people, you don't get anywhere with that in the industry I was in. So. That's what it is. So the government, they want the same thing. You know, we had a big fiasco in Winnipeg with that police station. The original price, I think, was 50 million. It went up to like 120 million. And then the people go, well, I don't know where the money went. I don't know.
Yeah,
like
of course, yeah.
You know,
and
$70 million.
And the majority of the people that are mishandling our money, they're not even fucking Canadian people.
No, and then the bozo just said he wants to send how many billion to Ukraine again?
Oh, 900 million, was it? Or
no, I think it was 9 billion or something.
Oh, I don't know. I made a video about it too.
No, it was 900 million. I think you were right.
I made a video about that.
Yeah. But see, you know that tanker you showed in Russia? See what these bastard Ukrainians are, and they are bastards. They are attacking civilian targets.
Yes, they are.
The
Ukrainians have been attacking. You know, I don't know if you remember Mike in the Night from 2018. We had that caller on, that lady that called on, and she called us this is 2018. She was saying, Mike, the Ukrainians are bombing Ukrainian. She's in Ukraine. She's Ukrainian. She's saying the Ukrainians themselves are bombing Ukrainian residential areas on purpose, and schools and stuff on purpose, so that we could go to war with Russia.
Yes, she's right.
This was 2018, do you know?
Yeah. Oh, I know. They were trying to get get the war going.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they're going to do that in the States too. With these cells, they're gonna they say it's Iranians that did it. Meanwhile, it wasn't Iranians. It was our other friends. But the thing is that in Russia, they're attacking. Last time I called in, they're attacking tankers, fuel tankers on the highway. So drivers are afraid to drive truck because they're going to get targeted with these drones. And now you said that article, showed that article about those Germans sending all these drones to Ukraine to go on Russia, right? I think there's going to be a big event. They're going to attack like the Kremlin or something. Something serious is going to go down in Russia.
Well, that's
because they want to make it a full blown war, right?
Oh, they've been trying for the longest time, poking that bear. They've been poking that bear for so many years, Dino. It's starting to get old, man. I think Russia, like I read the article where Putin says, "We're done with this shit. We're coming in full force." So,
well, he's getting a lot of pressure from the people that I've been watching and hearing from that live there, are saying that the people are tired of Putin. They're saying, either shit or get off the pot, because like we want this straightened out. So I think you're going to start seeing some serious bombing of Ukraine, because it's not even Ukrainian. Like these idiots that think it's Ukraine, it's mercenary soldiers. Okay, where do you think all this money is going to pay for? It's going to pay for these mercenary soldiers from Canada. They killed a Canadian corporal there. I forget how many years ago, 3 years ago. U.S. mercenaries, Italians, French, German. You want to make big money. You go down and become a mercenary soldier in the Ukraine and fight the Russians.
But remember back when the war started, my friend Tony DiFangulo, his
That's a new name.
Yeah, Tony DiFangulo, that's his nickname. His brother went to go fight as a medic in Ukraine at the beginning of the war. We covered this on Mike in the Night. His brother went to as a medic because he's a medic, and he did a 4-year tour for Canada as a medic, like I don't know, in Iraq or I don't know, one of the countries, and then he was a medic here and a paramedic here in Canada, and then when the war kicked off, he headed over to Ukraine as a medic. They put him on the front lines, and no one's ever known what happened. They don't even know where he is.
Oh, so they don't even know if he's alive.
Nope. It's been years now.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well,
yeah, it's been years. His brother went. It's like, why'd your brother go to that fucking? Why? Oh, because he wants to help, and he's a medic, and he could help. He's got experience. I'm like, but it's a meat grinder, right? So first week he was there, they put him on the front line and disappeared.
Yeah, they're using mercenaries. Like they're talking about they go and they show these videos of these 17, 18-year-old Ukrainian men, fighting, trying to get put into the front lines, going to be fodder for the Russians. But it's the mercenary soldiers that are doing the deed too. Like they're doing the battling there, so they're going to get paid. And then they're using our tax dollars, American taxpayers' dollars, Europeans, and we're funding all these, paying for these mercenary soldiers to fight there. So. I don't know. And again, they also use obviously the money laundering. They're kicking back money from themselves. They're saying that they're sending it there to help, and they're not. It goes into Trudeau's pockets and Carney's pockets, and on and on it goes, right? But it's amazing. And then even like Trump, I was I'm doing some online trading, and Trump made a tweet about the Straits of Hormuz, and the stock market dropped like 15, 20 points.
Yep.
In 1 minute. When he makes his stupid tweet. Like it's amazing what this bozo can do to screw the world and the economy, man. Like I said, he doesn't do anything. I used to think the guy was actually good, but
I told you guys not to take sides, because then you look like a fool later.
Yeah, true enough. But I like even sides like I'm against them, so that's the side I'm taking, and I'm staying on that one. So,
yeah, well, I'm saying if you don't take sides, like Benny Hill used to say, don't assume because you make an ass out of you and me.
You're right. He was right, and you're right. I admit that. I was fooled by him, but many were fooled. Because he kept talking about the stolen election and all this stuff, and and then they used the Q movement, right? That nonsense, and that was all a psyop and everything, and that's the same thing they used against the Bolsheviks in Russia. Same idea. So I forget the term they used for that operation, whatever it was. And here we are. So yeah, now this guy's he's been the Pied Piper for our friends, as some people call him, the little hats, and he's the Pied Piper, and people in the States better figure it out, because like I said, they're not going to be any better than us. We're all in the same boat, unfortunately. And
big time. But at least down in the States, you could go to a reasonable place outside of a big city, and you could still buy a house for $85,000 and live a normal, quiet life.
I agree with you.
We don't have that we don't have that opportunity.
Well, what do you like? Even if you want to buy a residence like outside in the suburbs here, you're still paying good money for it. You know what I mean? Like you're
not paying $40,000 for a house, is what I'm trying to say.
No, you're not. Not at all. No,
we don't have that opportunity in Canada, and then you could be in places where it doesn't even snow, and get cold.
Yeah, well, that's what you were saying. PDS-10 there. Like at least you go somewhere where it's warm weather, right?
Yeah.
Like we have shit weather for 9 months of the year. You're 8 to 9 months. Like what good is it? Like, and then you guys forgot to mention the 3 months of the year you're fighting mosquitoes, or at least where I am, right?
Yeah.
Right. So like you're slapping and watching your blood on your arms, like, oh, they got me good there, like, I mean, like, it's like, why, what's so great about living here and paying 80% of your check to the government,
Yeah.
right? And so, no, so they have to do something, and like I said, until we have to get rid of governments, and that's the
Yeah,
bottom
we
line.
need we need actually smaller like what okay, how do we fix Canada basically is very simple. We audit all the money that came in. We audit all the money that came in since 2010. Remove all the dirty money. Housing will go down 80% right across the board. And then we get rid of the fentanyl, get rid of all the Chinese influence, take back all the mines that the Chinese own, the gold mines, the coal mines.
Yes, we take everything. We take everything they own and throw and say this is ours now.
Yeah, we take it all back. And
We
then
take it all back and say screw you.
And then what we could do to make perfect sense of it, and so it doesn't get so corrupt in the future, is we make every province into an individual country. And the individual country, we could share the currency if we want to. If we don't have to. But other provinces will be weaker currencies, weaker trade, weaker because it's just a weaker province. Then the housing will be in line with the wages. So you could go to Manitoba or
Yep.
Saskatoon and buy a house for $12,000, $15,000, $20,000 because the economy is tied to, instead of this big money laundering Chinese big garbage where we've built up is all fake. It's a bubble on a bubble on a bubble on a bubble. If every province became its own independent country, BC is big enough to be its own country. Alberta's big enough to be its own country, right?
Yeah.
That people of the province that become the country would be so rich, Dino. Like literally, they would be so rich.
Yep.
But they wouldn't do that.
And don't undervalue Saskatchewan. I mean,
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just giving an
Saskatchewan, they might
example.
be even more wealthier than Alberta. They got so much there that's crazy. What they
No,
have.
I'm
They
saying
have
for
all
an
kinds.
example, if they became independent countries, it'd be a very interesting sight to see
Yep.
how
Yep.
they could make their own little currency.
But I think that we could still be a country. I just think that
It's
I
just
think
it's
we'd
too
have
big.
to work.
It's too big. It's too much rule. It's too much. Ottawa's too far from BC. It's too far.
Understood, but I think that we'd almost have to, and I know a lot of Canadians will go, no, I think we almost have to join with the states. Actually, from what the paperwork that I've been reading and stuff and searching and stuff, we are still part of the United States. Nothing has changed.
Mhm.
It's all a I don't want to say psyop, but it's it's similar to that. It's all like a ruse. Like the England is basically gave us independence, but we never really got independence. And I think that we're still part of the United States legally. And our if you go to Washington, I think I've talked to you about this. Washington D.C. is where Canada was registered.
Mhm. I have somebody messaging me here as a soccer question for Dino. Why is Argentina only playing weak teams?
Yeah, that was interesting. Well, I mean, that's why my feeling is they're giving this one to them because they haven't played. I think the highest seeded team is 15th or something like that
Mm-hmm.
in the world. Like they haven't played anybody. No, good question. It's all fixed. That's my answer.
Well, it's always like that, Dino. It's again when it's on a world stage like that, they're not going to want some African no-name country or some poor European country or some Australia or something to lift that World Cup. No, like you know what I mean. If like I said 3 weeks ago before the first match kicked off, FIFA decides who's going to win the World Cup. The video's up from 3-4 weeks ago before they kicked the ball. I said FIFA
you're right.
decides who's going to win the World Cup. You don't. The best team never wins. Never wins the World Cup. You know what I mean?
Well, the best team that's performing, I mean, we all have to admit, is France, right? They're playing unbelievable right now. So they should stomp everybody and win, right? But do they? If France loses to Spain, which would be a miracle to me in my eyes, because Spain is not very good. If Spain beats France, then they softened it up for Argentina to win,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
Because Argentina is not a very good team. I mean, the way I rank the teams now, number one is France by a long shot.
Mhm.
I hate England, but I put England second, even though they're not. To me, they're not that great. And then I put Spain and I put Argentina fourth. That's how I rank them. And if you look at the odds, though, bet
But every World
365,
Cup's the
that's
same
what they got.
thing. Every World Cup's the same thing, Dino. It's the same bullshit. Every World Cup.
I know, I agree. I mean, and now they want to put the 64 teams. Like, why? Like, I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch Luxembourg play San Marino, right? Like, come
Yeah.
on, come on. Like, it's a joke on the game now. Like, are we gonna have like FC Vancouver play, Cape Verde now, or like what's going on? Like, it's really
And
they're
Cape
really
Verde played
watering down
really
the
good
soccer.
against Argentina, and there was supposed to be two penalties in the favor of Cape Verde that didn't go to their way. It was a lot of bullshit
Oh no, I
happening.
agree. I agree. It was bullshit. Yeah, yeah. Like they could have easily won it. Well, look at Egypt. Egypt should have won that game.
Yeah, 100%.
But I told my kid like it was 2-0. I came home. He goes, "Yeah, it's 2-0." I go, "Well, don't worry. I'm not even gonna watch it because it's gonna be Argentina's gonna win." And then he goes, "Yeah, you're right." I go, "I know, man. I don't have to watch it. I should have put money when it was 2-0. I would have made good money on that."
Yep.
Like it's a joke. It's a joke. But again, like look, they put all these teams, and look who's still in the final four.
Hmm.
You know, Spain, Argentina, France. Like it's the same characters,
Hmm.
right? Like they go to 64, it'll be the same thing.
Yep.
So why bother?
Yep.
I don't want to. You just put more soccer in there, but it's not even good soccer.
Yep.
You might as well go watch the local team play your local team in your city play.
Yep. Yep.
Right?
You're better off that way.
You're better off support your local talent and your kids.
Yep.
This is nonsense. It gets to a point where it's bullshit. Like all these, like where'd you get that information, by the way, for all those bad calls and everything like that? That was interesting. That the little reel you made about all the bad calls over the years.
Over which one? I don't
World
remember.
World Cups by year. You had every World Cup, and you said 91 controversial calls. Then you had, I think it was, Italy in 82. I think there was
Oh,
81
that was given to me by a soccer observant, soccer analyst.
Okay.
He lives in New Jersey, and he sent me that, and I asked him like what's
Interesting.
specific. He could break it down into specific matches too from there. It's not just 56 bad calls. He could go into each game and actually break down every call too.
Mhm.
He
Yeah,
he
very-
he was
very
working for
interesting.
years, with like book fixing for bookies to try and give him odds and what bets to take, which ones to avoid, type of thing.
Oh, really?
He did that
Okay.
for years, Dino.
Wow.
Yeah. It wasn't book fixing. I don't know what they call it. It's not book fixing. It's
Match fixing or what?
no. They don't fix the matches. They they did get this guy to look at things, especially in soccer, especially in figuring out from what the patterns are from one-sided reffing, who's going to be giving, what's the drama for the year, who's FIFA going to give? Like when Italy was cheated out of the 2002 World Cup in Korea, they already announced that in 2006 Italy's going to get a cup back. They kind of gave it around to the same 6-7 teams, right? For so many years, right?
Yeah.
So his job was to look, but he broke down all the analytics. He was looking at like certain. He was even telling me that Portugal didn't qualify for like 3 World Cups in a row. And here's the funny thing: that Portugal team that didn't qualify for 3 World Cups in a row won the U17 and the U19 World Cups.
Yeah.
They won the World Cups in U17 and U19, and they never qualified for the World Cup.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, dude. Just really weird shit.
There's a book you should read.
The Fix.
The Fix.
Yeah,
by
I have it in my
Declan
closet.
Hill.
I have it. I found
Declan
it.
Hill. Why is that ever amazing?
I have it. I have, because there was a gentleman messaging me on Instagram the other day. It sent me a picture of the book cover. It's called The Fix, and they got the Gitoni players in the front, right?
Yeah.
There's the Gitoni players in the front. So I saw that, and I'm like, I have
Oh,
that
wow.
book. My
amazing book.
employee in Vancouver bought that for me in like 2012 or 2013 as a birthday present.
Yeah, he's a Canadian, that Declan Hill.
Yeah.
And he's a reporter, and he went right in the dressing room. Remember reading about the Nigerian U21 team?
No,
The guy came in, the mobster came in from China or whatever, because I guess the Asian betting is like makes Vegas look like amateur hour. with how much money goes through the Asian markets. I forget how many billion it is. But anyway, the guy came in, the big mobster came in there, and came into the Nigerian dressing room before the game, and he said, "I want you guys to throw the match because they were heavy favorites to win the U21." And he said, "I'll give you $1 million to each player," and they refused, and they ended up winning. Still, yeah, that was good. That was probably the best part of the book. But yeah, it's quite fascinating how all this rigging and everything goes, and
it's been happening for like the last 100 years, man. One thing that concerns me, that concerns me was, why did Mussolini, when he was emperor or governor of Italy, why did he demand for the 2 World Cups in the 30s? Why did he demand the names and the addresses of all the referees, and the names and the addresses of all the linesmen, and the names and the addresses of all the organizers? And he wanted to know who the players were for each team. Why did he demand all that information?
I thought I made a comment on the poster, and I said he wanted to send them all fruit baskets.
He wanted what?
Send them fruit baskets.
Fruit basket. That was really weird that Mussolini was
well,
demanding.
you know why he was doing that.
He was demanding to know who these people were.
Because he's 1-800 Mafia, right? He called them up. 1-800. They have 24 hours, 24/7 phone call. You could call them 24/7, and you phone them and you say, "Hey, Vito, I want you to go see Chuck E. Cheese down there and down the road, and tell him that he's not gonna officiate that game fairly for so and so," right?
That was really weird how he got documented of all, and even if there was photos available, because back in the 30s it was really hard to get a photo of somebody, but man, he demanded all kinds, man.
But, going on to Mussolini though, he was, there's a lot of, just like Hitler, there's a lot of shit that wasn't true, right? Like, because my mom and my aunts, he would go to small, like, poor farm towns, like where my parents were, and he actually offered to take them to Rome to get educated and
there's good and bad. Don't believe me, like,
I'm just saying, like, whatever, that was another aspect of it. I'm just saying it's amazing what he actually did. Like, I know that personally from my mom telling me the story, like, that she admired him, and they disgraced him, and it really, because he was going against them at the end, and that's why they did what they did to him. But he actually was a pretty awesome person in some regards to helping the poor people in Italy, and he actually turned that country around.
Well, the massive unemployment rate was, before he got in there, unemployment was like almost 70%, dude. It was huge.
It was
no
insane.
one was working.
It was insane. Yeah.
And same thing when Hitler took office, unemployment in Germany and the inflation was just killing them. I think unemployment in Germany was like 50, 60, 80% after that war. It was terrible.
Yeah. I've said to you numerous times, I don't know if you ever did watch Europa. Have you ever seen that the series Europa?
I know of the series Europa.
Oh, you should watch it.
Let me look it up right now before I forget.
I'm telling you, it's on. If you go to BitChute, I think it's still there. They're ripping it off like everything else that's actually got facts. But you watch that, it's pretty gruesome at times with the Bolshevik wars and nonsense that went on there. What they did to the people is disgusting. But and even in World War II, they killed all those poor German prisoners.
It's a TV series called Europa, right?
It's just a series. Like, it's broken down. I think it's 9. It's 7. It's almost 8 hours. It's fascinating. You can't stop watching it once you watch it, though. I'm telling you.
Europa.
It's
Europa
riveting.
What?
Just called Europa. Like, it's basically, it's got who's that guy? I can't remember his name.
The Last Battle? Europa, The Last Battle?
No, not Europa, The Last Battle. It's just called Europa. Like, it's if you go to BitChute, you can see it on BitChute, and it's got like 7 segments. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. I think I did it once before, but you got to watch it. And basically, it talks about why Hitler did what he did, and what was he doing there, and how Winston Churchill was the one that wanted to prolong the war and carry on the war. Hitler didn't want to have a war, and but the victor always tells the story, right?
Yeah,
The loser never tells the story. So you don't hear the loser side. You only hear the winner side, right? So
100%.
right? So that's the story there, and yeah, there's quite a bit of truth to that. I mean, I'm not saying Hitler was perfect. I'm not saying Mussolini was perfect either, but because all
Well,
political guys are
everything has good and
useless. But
bad. Look
yeah,
at Mark Carney. We can't find damn good thing about that guy at all. He lied about everything. I never told anyone, "Hey, Mark Carney's coming to save you." I told you he was coming
no,
to
you did.
Protect Chinese communist interests. And
Did you?
everyone told me. I looked up Mark Carney. He's a banker. He's not a politician. You're a loser, Mike. It's like,
Yeah, right.
yeah. And here we are.
They wanted that woman in there. That we'll forget her name. You mentioned her
Amand,
name.
the Indian lady.
Yeah, they
That
wanted
was
her
Canada's wet dream. Remember?
1000%. She
Remember?
was going to be the leader, and
That
then
remember I said that
they
was Canada's wet dream was to have her in.
yeah, yeah, and then what they did was they went and they threatened all the people that were going to vote for her and everything, and they kicked everybody out. They didn't let them vote. They locked them out. Whatever. I forget what happened. Just nonsense. Just political theater. That's why I call it political theater, because that's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone that believes that Pierre Poilievre is going to do anything, the guy's a monkey, just like
No one's coming to save you,
just like
Canada.
Trudeau and Cardi, and they all have dinner after hours. After they go meet at that the clown show there. They should just make it a padded room and put them all in there. Like it's a joke. Politicians. My kids had a teacher. Guy was a horrible teacher. His dad was a MLA. Okay, for the Liberals.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? His dad got sick and everything, and he quit teaching because he was a horrible teacher, and he went into politics because all the people that become politicians are the people that can't do their job right.
Yeah.
Can't do it good. Right?
Well, majority of them working for the government, especially people that spend $100,000 on a degree, dude. They spend $100 grand on a degree, bro, and then they go out and work for the government. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because they can't do anything right. Like our mayor was a terrible lawyer. Like I have personal friends that are lawyers. They said he was a laughing stock of the law field. Now guess what he's doing now after he stopped being a mayor? Like he left. He's a judge.
Yeah.
Like excuse my French, how the fuck does a failing lawyer become a judge?
Yeah.
Like it just shows you how corrupt the judicial system is, and that's goes hand in hand with these stupid politicians and everything. And like I said, you have governing bodies like you said a framework there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the main thing we do, the two things that we do, is get rid of the migrants tomorrow, get rid of them like instantaneously, send them back, and then number two is we confiscate all the assets of the Chinese, and then we call up the Americans and say, listen, we might have trouble with these guys because we just stole everything in theirs. Well, let's work a deal out where we'll give you some of it, a portion of it. Just protect us, right? And they come in. What's China going to do? They're not going to come in.
I don't know,
They
man.
might try.
They might start. Well, if they can't keep their stuff, they're going to destroy it. They'll burn it.
Well, the Chinese, like, and I know you're talking about 400 million, which whatever it is, and half of them are grannies and like 80 years old. I don't think they have a very good. Chinese have never had good soldiers. Okay?
No,
like they don't. Like they can use technology, whatever, great. But I mean, the United States has technology as well. I kind of criticize it because I don't think it's as good as Americans think it is, but it's still there. And I don't think that the China has any capabilities of actually fighting hand to hand, and I'd say Canadian men still would overtake them in ground battle, but that's just my opinion. So, like I said, the Chinese, you take it all and you say, "Come get it. If you want it, come try." Right, and then you talk to the Americans, and then the Americans will say, "Sure, we'll gladly take some of that, and we'll give you protection." That's what I would do, and that would change the country overnight. Because, like you said, the corruption here with the Chinese is ridiculous.
It's too high. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's in the trillions.
I've seen prices, dude. like $1 million for a like it was a 859 or something. Someone was saying for a condo in Toronto or something. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
that's
You
average.
could
Yeah,
you
but then
can
I could show you a place for 40 grand for the same square footage, and it doesn't snow, and there's a palm tree outside. Like, what the fuck, dude?
yeah, like what do you want to live there for? Like really, Toronto? Like no, the
Toronto,
outskirts of Toronto is
Dino.
beautiful, but I don't
Toronto
like
was
it though.
good when in the 80s, when I grew up in
Yeah, I
Toronto
never lived
with
there,
the
so I'd have to
Greeks.
take your word for it. Yeah.
With the Greeks, the Italians. I lived like in little Italy, little Portugal on the border of both of them. I go to Little Italy all the time for pizza. I
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
Camiso Brother and Rocco Bakery every 2 days. I go to Camiso Brothers and have a veal sandwich. I have bruschetta. I have gnocchi. I have all kinds of Italian
Yeah.
food. I eat Italian food 5 times a week when I lived in
Yeah.
Toronto. It was the best, man. It was
Yeah.
so good. It was all European. Everyone you saw was European. And then boom, 97, 98, 99, boom, they just stopped. They start. All the Italians moved up to Woodbridge. The Portuguese were moving out to Oakville. Everything was getting scattered. And then the Chinese were coming in, and the Chinese, and who else? It was the Chinese.
East
And-
Indians came in there too.
No, East Indians were a little bit later still in Eastern Canada.
Okay,
Eastern
okay.
Canada was a little bit later. It was more Pakistani. It was Somalian and coming in, and Sudanese coming in.
I'll tell you though. I'll tell you a real quick story. I know people will be bored of it, but my godfather's daughter married a Portuguese guy, and they had the most amazing. It was the most amazing wedding ever that I ever attended. Like it was
Yeah, at the
incredible,
midnight seafood buffet at midnight.
yeah, the sea buffet, like they had 250 lobsters.
Yep.
Okay. And then the other bowl, there's huge bowl, and then they had shrimp the size of like it was like it had to be 4 inches around. Like they were huge.
Mhm.
And when I went there, I went and got a Bailey's. I was drinking some Bailey's. It was a hot day. It's Bailey's on ice, right? So I get one, and then my cousin goes, "Oh, get me one." So I got him one. And then my dad goes, "You forget about your dad?" So I had to go get him. And then the guy goes, "Do you want a bottle?"
Mhm.
I said, "Yeah, like I've never been." I said, "Sure." He gives me 40-ounce bottle of Bailey's for my table.
That's nice.
Like, yeah, I know. Like I'm going, wow. And there was like a 7 or 8 course meal, and then that midnight stack, and then the desserts. Like there's a place called Your Baked Expectations where there's like 12 to 14 different cakes you can get.
Yeah, the
That's what they
Portuguese
had.
don't play with food, buddy.
Oh my God, Mike. It was the most amazing wedding ever. And
Mm-hmm.
then they have a law there, I guess, that you can't take the food out, right? After the wedding.
Oh,
But there
I
was
don't
all
know
this
about.
food left over.
I-
Yeah. So my cousin looks at me. I go, no, we're gonna take this food, and we took it back to my godfather's place.
Mhm.
Like the manager was freaking out. No, I can't. It's illegal. But don't worry, you won't know. No one's seeing this, right? So we got all these people to help bring all these lobsters and shrimp and everything back to my godfather's place, and we were eating that for the next 2-3 days.
Yep.
It was so much food. It was incredible. What a party! Wow.
Oh, let me
Yeah,
check
they
my
do it
email.
right. They
Hold
do it
on.
right in Toronto. They
Let
do
me
that
check.
right.
Let me check my email. Shit, you have an email here. Joseph is asking me or you. He's from Manila, Philippines. Many Filipinos work overseas to support their families. How might slower economic growth affect overseas workers and the money they send home?
Oh, well, I mean, I have to commend the Filipinos for like in our city. I think we have one of the largest uh, populations of Filipinos
Mhm.
in Winnipeg, like in all the world. If I'm understanding that correctly,
Mhm.
they have been nothing but great for this city. Like they work hard. Uh, they're loyal. They like to their place of work. So, like they're amazing people. I
Oh, I
had
know.
home
I'm
care for
married
my
to a
parents.
Filipina. It's
Yeah,
like
I know.
me.
I don't have to tell you that. I'm just saying to
Like me.
people
It's like
there.
me asking you. Well, let me ask you
Yeah.
a basic question. If your mom needed, like your mom or your aunt or a family member needed a nanny to take care of them, what would you rather have? A Punjabi, a Chinese, or a Filipina to take care of your family?
Well, I was just going to tell you, Mike. The last years of my mom's, on Earth here, she had two Filipinos taking care of her for the last 5 years of her life.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. When I couldn't help out when I was working and I couldn't be here, they were here, and they would take care, and then I would be here in the night, obviously. So, I would take care of my mom like during the evenings and when they weren't around. But yeah, they were phenomenal. We had like they actually probably cried just as much as we did when my mom passed away.
Hmm.
They were so close. One of them, my mom changed her life completely. Like she was doing all this bad stuff, and my mom she says your mom changed my life. Those were her words, not mine.
There's
So
someone in the
that's
comments
nice.
saying they're the best immigrants. I love Filipinos. Yeah, immigrants.
Yes.
Filipinos are immigrants. They
They
come,
are
they work.
immigrants. They
Yeah,
are immigrants. No, they're not migrants. They're immigrants. They actually contribute to the economy. They
yeah,
don't
they
hurt
contribute
it.
a lot.
Yes, 100%. 100%. I agree with that. Yep. They
I
are
just
amazing people.
I just hate it when people take Filipinos and put them in with the Indians and Chinese. It's like, no, no,
No,
no, you don't do
no,
that.
no, no.
No, no, you don't put the Filipinos with the Chinese and the Indians. No way.
The Filipinos are actually happy to be here. They actually are grateful for being allowed to come here.
Hmm.
I find, and I'm not saying all of them, I don't want to paint everybody with a brush, but I find the other cultures that come here, they expect things. They aren't grateful for things.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? If that makes sense. They
Yeah,
are not grateful. They expect, I want a check. Where's my check?
yeah,
Well, you didn't do anything. I want a check.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, the Filipinos are the ones taking the shit jobs, right?
yeah, yeah.
They're taking the shitty jobs. They took those. When my mom came here and my dad in the early 60s, they took the shit jobs, right? But as they get older, the kids got educated because our parents built the schools, like you always say, and the banks and everything. So we actually got jobs working there, right? And then, you know, here we are now. They took the shitty jobs over because we got some education and we chose not to do the shitty construction jobs and everything. We actually did something else. But our parents killed themselves for us to make a better life for us. And now, like you said, they don't even allow our kids to go and work into these banks and places that our parents built.
So someone in saying here on Facebook, so authentic Canadian women doesn't exist anymore.
Who said that?
It's a question here in the chat. So authentic Canadian women doesn't exist anymore.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What kind of question is that?
I don't know. I'm asking you, man.
I respect all women.
Yeah.
They respect, like I don't care if they're Canadian, Chinese, Japanese, whatever. All women should be treated with
Oh,
respect.
there's beautiful women in every single culture, brother.
Every culture
Every
has a
culture's got
beautiful woman,
absolutely gorgeous drop dead women in every culture.
I've met amazing, like South American women or whatever. It doesn't matter. They're all amazing people, and they should be treated with respect. I don't understand
Hmm.
the question, but Filipino, like you've told me, your wife's an amazing woman, and and I'm happy to hear that. Like
Hmm.
you found someone very good, a special woman for you, and that's amazing. That's great.
Hmm.
But doesn't mean that just Filipino women are good. There's all kinds of there's Italian women, there's German women, there's all kinds,
Yeah,
right?
someone said Filipinos are part of the Catholic part of faith, right? And that's important. That for me, I'm a Catholic too, right? So,
Well, that's why
and you're a
that's what he
Catholic
chose.
too.
Yes, I am. Yes.
We're all Catholics, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, and that's the thing too. I think you brought it up I think you said it in the show or you said it in a reel recently. You said that they're trying to get the Christianity out of Canada, and that's what they're trying to make
100%.
it.
They're
They're trying to make it.
so hard on and getting rid of
It's
Christianity. Once your
uh,
country loses God, your country's dead.
and that's yeah, you hit the nail on the head there, and that's what we have to bring back. That we forgot that one obviously, which is probably the most important thing of all.
Hmm.
Before the getting rid of migrants and confiscating things and trying to take back things monetarily, we have to get God back into the picture in
100%.
Canada, and
In
that's
God
where
we
it
trust.
stands. In God we trust, and that's what we have to do. And I think I think that, like you said, I think one of your reels you said that Canada won't exist by 2035, I think, or something like that.
2030,
It was
2035. It can't. It's
yeah,
financially,
yeah.
it just it can't exist. It may exist by name, but the idea of it is just going to be gone. Like it
Well,
won't. It
well,
doesn't make
well.
any sense.
I'll take you up on that actually, because I think we can exist, but we won't exist with the nonsense we have leading us, right? And all this, money laundering shit that would happen in Canada. If we got rid of it, and we cleaned it all up, we could exist, because we are probably the wealthiest country in the world when it comes to resources and everything. But as a cumulative amount, like nobody touches our gold, silver. Like I'm just talking, we don't have the most silver, we don't have the most gold, but we have oil, we have all these natural gas, we have all these different resources that when you take it as a cumulative total, water, everything, we are independent. We can self-sustain ourselves. We, like you said, we talked about it off air. We've said 5 cents 5 cents a liter for gas here. Why would we have to pay more than that? You know what I mean? We have everything here. And this is another interesting fact. I think you know this one. Who's the number one purchaser of helium in the world?
Helium?
Helium, yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know that one.
NASA.
Okay, I didn't know that one. No.
Yeah, because their satellites, they use helium because they use balloons to keep their satellites up. Right, and that gas lasts forever. It's incredible. I forgot. I remember that one, but no, I didn't remember. I forgot. But yeah, I was told that years ago, years and years, because I don't believe this NASA shit. It's just not a space agency, right? That's what I call it. And that they're just so people believe that nonsense. Like now, this donkey Elon Musk and the SpaceX trash, that stock went up to $220, down to 160 last time I looked. But
yeah.
It's just going to go to shit, and then it's just another way of them scamming people for money. Like, stop buying this nonsense. They got a couple other ones coming up. Like, the company hasn't made a penny. It's in debt, and people are spending $100 and $200 a share.
That's
like,
the
are
most.
you crazy? Are you insane? Like, go buy ScanDisk. Go buy something that's actually memory. Go buy something that's an asset, like something good, right? Don't buy shit like that. Holy crap! What a speculation! That's a waste of money. Yeah, insane. But anyway, I'm not trying to give financial advice, by the way.
No, we don't. We can't read.
I can't read. I can't write either.
We don't give financial advice here on Mike in the Night. But
I'm a bacala. That's what we call each other. For Italians, we call each other a bacala.
Bacalao.
Shoemaker. That's what we call each other.
But yeah, so hopefully you can come and visit me in a week or two if you can.
I was thinking about it. I mean, like, are you gonna be around? You're not going anywhere.
I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. You can come straight to my store. The Raven came to see me the other day. It took him.
Awesome.
It took him.
How's he doing?
To go where you are to the same because you guys in the same area.
Yeah.
It from you can get to Calgary. How long does it take you to get to Calgary from there?
I wouldn't take it. It'd probably take me, I don't know, let's say 13 hours, let's say.
And then I'm 6 hours from Calgary, west.
Okay. Yeah, I've gone that path before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone to Verdun from Calgary.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you organize a few things and come and see me in a couple of days? Why don't you just come down? Just come.
Well, like I said, I got to plan it. I like to. Yeah.
Look, plan, and nothing happens. Just maybe talk. Wednesday or Thursday. Just leave and come and see me. Spend 3-4 days here and then go.
Yeah, I like to. I like to actually see you do a Mike in the Night when I'm there.
Come, just come. Just show up. Just show up at my place. I'll set
I'm not going to show up unannounced, but I'll let you know. And there's a few care package I got to get together too for you. So,
but you know what it is? It's plan, talk this, talk that. Just Wednesday, wake up in the morning and ask your kids, what are you guys doing? I'm going to be doing this week. I got this. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to BC to visit somebody. I'm going to be gone for 5-6 days. See you later.
Yeah, but the thing is I'm the chef, eh? I'm the chef, the maid, right? The grocery purchase. I'm everything here. So
they're going to have to suffer for 5-6 days. They'll survive. They could order 2 pizza a day, or
pizza would survive a couple of days, and then you can just get some chicken and
KFC or something. They'll be fine, man, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, I'll talk to you about it. We'll set up a date. Okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, I don't want to bore the people anymore, so I'll let you go and get some new callers on you.
Yeah, let's see who's available still. If we're going into our 3rd hour, I don't mind another caller. We'll talk later. God bless you.
Awesome. God bless.
Ciao.
Ciao.
All right, that's our buddy Dino Bravo calling in to Mike in the Night. Just get in the car and come and see me. Holy shit. like it's not easy as that. Yeah, it is easy. It's everything around you changes once you start changing your atmosphere, your mood. Everything starts to change, and everything starts to accept. Everything around you starts accepting, and you start feeling, I made the right decision. You know, I left. I'm gone for a few days. Yeah, let them figure it out. Okay. Well, man, we're already rolling into our third. Yeah, we're in our third hour, guys. I've been here for 3 hours, man. Yeah, I gotta double check the clock. It's been like time flies, man. Yeah, there's a lot of swearing. I don't know who's the hell is swearing. I don't know if you guys could hear that. But there was a lot of swearing outside in my little cul-de-sac here. People are losing it. People are starting to realize that they got nothing to lose anymore, and they're going to start taking it out. And somebody's cranking the music outside. I have no idea. I'm in a small cul-de-sac with 2 stoplight town. Jimmy Hat saying, I feel like I know you guys. Of course, that's the feeling we give, like, when we're out and about doing our thing and doing our shows and stuff, talking and stuff. People could relate to us. There's a very small percentage of people, though, that could relate to us. A lot of people look at us and these guys are losers. Or look at us and say, these guys don't know what they're talking about. But there's a very small percentage of us that know. Really small percentage of us that know each other. Mike, is your shop closed on Mondays? Yes, it is. Sunday, Mondays, I'm closed. But, who else is here tonight? Filipinos are economic parasites here to take and grape the country. I don't know why there's so many haters out there. They have no stake in building Canada. Yeah, but they keep the glue. They keep everything oiled. But I don't know why there's so much hate for so many cultures out there. I never understood it. Yeah, I don't know why. Yep, there's a very good chance I'm going to be dying in the Philippines, guys. So, yeah. Guys, if you can, let's go to guys, this is the channel here on YouTube. Don't forget to check out older episodes of Mike of the Night. Don't forget to check out our shorts. Don't forget to check out our trip to Portugal and cost of living and food. Don't forget to check our adventures in the Philippines. Don't forget to check out our $7,000 house we built in the Philippines. Don't forget to check our new it's an old playlist I'm reviving called Let's Open a Shop and open a business. Don't forget to check out our conspiracy vaults, past live streams and videos. Don't forget to check us out, guys. What else? Wow, we're just flying on YouTube. Like, we're growing so friggin' fast. Holy crap. I was never allowed to grow for 15 years on YouTube. I was always like 33,000 subscribers, no views for so long. And something happened 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. Everything just opened up. Wow. Yeah, I'm grateful, guys. Tignim is here. Sandy for Freedom's here. Jingles for Jesus is here. Amen. Yeah. You should become a political analyst. Nope. No. No, because I'd be calling out too much shit is what I'd be doing. I'd be calling out too much shit. Probably end up dead. All right, guys, it's our third hour, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Let's get a see you later song. So who wants to go out for drinks tonight with Mike Martins?
Mike in the night.
What do we got here for coffees? Who bought us a coffee here?
Transmission.
Oh, BG. Thanks for the coffee, BG.
Neon shadows on the
Sed,
street.
thanks for the coffee. And Teal Moon, thanks for the coffee tonight.
Rising from
Mike in the night, guys. Woo!
Silver skyline, hearts ignite. We awaken in my mind. Every fear just fades away when the rhythm starts to play. You don't know what's wrong, alright. You just moving right in the night. Close your eyes, don't fight the fight. Feel it lifting you higher. When the clock hits 3, you're finally free. At 3 a.m., something's moving you.
Thank you, thank you.
Like a wave you can't undo.
Good night, Oli Film.
At 3 a.m., let the darkness shine.
The Draft 4, thank
We
you.
cross the line.
PDS 10, Nail King, Sandy for Freedom.
Like in the night. Feel the bass ignite. Mike in the night.
Thank you, Barbara.
Feel the bass.
Thanks, Barbara, for the coffee. I appreciate it.
Mike in the night. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, it's been 3 hours, guys.
Something moving you.
Oh, yeah.
Mike in the night. In the night.
Mike Martin's here signing off for episode 659 of Mike in the Night. Take care, and if you can't take care, stay safe. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.
3 a.m., feel the rise. Hands up high, no disguise. Lights are flashing, bodies sway. Truth is rising anyway. In the silence, in the fight, we come alive. Mike in the night. From the cities to the coast, from the voice